Good evening, everybody.
Evening.
How is everybody? Because tonight we've got a very special guest, Oranges and Lemons. It's the bell end that is Salem Clemens. Good evening, Salem.
Good evening, guys. Thanks for having me from all the way across the world. I appreciate you having me on. I had a lot of fun with Drippy and Tom and Reefapalooza, and I said, well, I have to go on the live stream, and here I am.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you'll come back on, but, you know, we'll give it a bash for the first time. How are you, Rob?
I'm very good, thank you. Just coming from water in the garden, poured myself a very large scotch.
Winning. What about you, Drip? What's happening?
Struggling at the moment. Struggling with. Hang on, wait there. Oh, we could be cooking here. Son.
Tech.
Yeah. Oh, that sound.
Oh, that's way better.
Is that you just remembered to plug your microphone in?
Yeah. Professional as always.
Yeah. Told your mum to keep off the Wi-Fi tonight.
Yeah, she's grounded for that.
Excellent.
See in the green room at 7:30, yeah? Doesn't plug his fucking microphone in.
Yeah.
Wait till we're live and then I'll fuck about with the tech.
Oh, it drains the batteries so fucking fast that you got to time it just right, and I failed.
Well, you sound absolutely delicious now, so
Thank you.
Thank
you, Ronald. Thank you.
Salem, what we do is we now have a marathon of saying hello to everybody that's in the comments, and there are a lot of people in the comments. So if you want to just maybe go and have a lie down or a wee tug,
scrape some fragrance off or something. Yeah.
Probably need to go get like a little bottle opener. I've got this. I've heard it was terrible. The Drippy recommended me over here, and I've got Tom's recommend as well.
The fact that you've drunk it before, I literally cannot believe it, because that stuff is rank.
I agree.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. Enjoy it.
No.
What's that? The Newcastle Brown Ale?
That's the Newcastle Brown Ale.
That's kind of why I suggested it, mate. Not going to lie.
When I saw it, I was like, who told him to drink that shit?
Yeah. I usually drink bourbon. Got the American drink, but I had to indulge tonight. And apparently everyone in the comments said both of these options are shit, so I'm not too confident about English beer right now.
Oh, no, well, the beer amaretti is, I quite enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're a pussy, Ron. Mm-hmm. You're a right pussy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. So, good evening, John. Thanks for joining. Terry Techers, good evening. Gaza Boy, good evening. Thanks for joining. Leroy, good evening. Oh, Sean, good evening. Who can't tell the time? Well, that's
Rob.
Funny.
Rob.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the sundial said it was 8.
I'm going to get one of them cheap ones, mate. That posh one's all that.
That's what it is.
Good evening, Reese. Thanks for joining. Danny Boy, good evening. Anthony, good evening. Emma, hello. Yeah. Good evening.
He's had enough already. Look, he's fucked off.
Yeah, he's gone.
I'm out of here.
Right.
It's his shit.
The beer shit is still better in this stream.
Yeah.
Look who it is. It's Mr. Meckers.
Here he is, the man.
Hello,
Chris. Good luck with your shipment today. Got a shipment coming in as we speak.
Good evening, Critical Reef. Gutted I can't watch the stream. Oh, boo.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have read him out, Ron.
Well, at least have the decency to leave it on in the background, hit like, and then fuck off. Anyway. Is it the men's train?
Is that him?
Hey, you still owe me alimony, Blaine.
Have you spoke to him?
With the kids.
Yeah.
No, I haven't spoke to him. He's still not returned my calls.
It's got to be
responsibilities.
It's got to be the men's train, isn't it? It's got to be.
Is he still sleeping in his car?
I think so.
On. Look, I wonder if I'll get a sponsorship. Look.
Let's. I got one right here. We got a rock paper scissors.
Sponsor me, Ron. What are you wearing?
So, your words, not mine. This clothing I sent to you, I had in my suitcase for a week in America, and it might smell a bit mingy. So, I decided to try them on.
Yeah.
Holding my breath, and was like,
yeah,
the one I wanted to wear tonight was indeed mingy. So I put them in the washing machine at work, and then
it.
the massive drama happened towards the end of the day, and they're still in the washing machine at work.
So you fucked it up, basically.
Yes.
That's just a really long way of saying you're not wearing a TSA shirt. Is that
Correct?
right? Okay, yeah.
Now you've seen them with your own eyeballs. What's your favourite one?
I really like the hoodie with the clownfish and the anemone. It
I
really,
the
really
one on the
pops.
left.
Yes.
It really pops. Unfortunately, the yellow t-shirt is a medium and it's far too tight for my hairy man breasts. But Bernadette, it fits her perfectly. So she's got the crazy t-shirt now.
Medium tight, is it?
Yes, medium's tight.
That's surprising.
Yes.
I'm
a portrait lad.
I didn't go for the medium, so I can't take the blame for that one, Ronald.
No,
you see how hench I am, right? Like hench, and I'm a large. So
hench the word I'm thinking.
Well, flabby tits, flabby gut. Do you know what I mean? Like large. Yeah.
Same here. Yeah. Just completely and utterly fucking out of shape. Yeah. Disgusting, actually.
Salem, do you have the word
reefer, really?
Do you have the word moobs in America?
We do have moves. I know many people with moves. Yeah.
You know many people with moves. Do you find them attractive?
No, I don't. It's certainly unsettling. Makes me think of the deeper nature of American society and obesity and stuff. It puts me in an existential crisis when I see moobs on the street, you know. Americans, man.
Easy with them long words, mate. Yeah. Easy with them long words on here.
Running out there with
bras. Sympathetic, but you also have a semi. It's tricky. Yeah. Good evening, Harry. Thanks for joining.
A pair of tits are a pair of tits, right? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Good evening, John. Thanks for reefing. Are you ready, Drippy? Hey, good evening, Peter Parry. Nice to see you.
I could have gone a bit longer than that.
Good evening, Jamie. Oh, yep. So the men's train has pulled into platform 1. All aboard. God. Good evening, Elisa. Thanks for joining.
Evening, darling.
Oh, people are chatting away. Good evening, Haley.
You remember Elisa? You met Elisa?
Yeah, I met Elisa multiple times. Yeah, known her for a couple years now. She's all the shows.
You called her, what was it? A little slutty? Was it you said, Salem?
What?
Was it slutty?
Yeah. In the green room.
Yeah. That's what Tom said.
Oh.
You had some choice words, I thought.
Because she said, no, get away from me.
It was very, very, very big scene. We had the Cuban sandwiches, and I heard a ruckus, and I turned and just we won't talk about the rest, but
was Tom one half of the Cuban sandwich?
Absolutely.
I think he was certainly trying to be the cheese, trying to melt his way in, you know.
Certainly smells like cheese. Good evening, Dari. Dari, that's your new name. Dari.
Hey, Dari.
Dari Bo.
Oh, dear.
Good evening, Jim. He's from Chicago, Salem.
Oh, that's here. That's like just north of me. That's crazy.
This is an interesting name. Ron loves bashing the bishop. Good evening, all.
Bashing the bishop.
You must be one of our religious people.
It's very true, though. Very true.
Yeah. I mean, Ron's probably not the only one on this stream who loves doing that.
I mean, on the stream as well. I mean,
all over the stream.
Stream of the stream. Anyway, good evening, Liam. Nice to see you.
Good evening, Liam.
Good evening. Fanny Lennox. Good evening, Steve. Nice to see you. Nick and Stacey from all the way up in Aberdeen. Good evening. Oh, good evening, Bernadette.
She sounds fit.
She is fit. Good evening, Isabel.
Oh, so just quickly. So that is obviously Chrissy's daughter. And today it's her 19th birthday.
Happy birthday, Isabel.
So, happy birthday.
He was sweating.
Happy birthday to the 19-year-old girl in comments. So everybody just behave.
Happy birthday, mate. I hope you've had a great day.
I was nearly Ron Harris there for a minute.
Oh, dear. Anyway, let's get this over and done with.
Hello, baby Dave.
Thanks for joining, Dave. Nice to see you. Matty boy, good evening.
Here he is.
I'll be right back. I have to grab one thing.
Oh, fucking hell, Salem.
I know what I have to
time
get.
he's left. It's like the fourth time he's left.
Yeah.
Good evening, Banana Rama. Nice to see you. Yarrick, good evening.
Evening, mate.
Oh, have I missed anyone? Have I missed anyone? Oh, beer in hand. Salem. Oh, okay.
That'll be that little helmet who keeps fucking off.
Good evening, Uncle Jimmy.
Off to the keyboard, did he?
Yeah.
Good evening, Kyle. Thanks for joining. Good morning, Melinda.
It's going to open the door for Alyssa.
I was going to read out that welcome to the Reefers Network, Salem, but he's fucked off, so it's just going to fall on no ears. Good evening, Woody. Don't think I've done you yet. Sorry.
Oh, what do you mean?
Tommy B and Sharon. Good evening. Christ, this goes on forever, doesn't it?
Yes.
Getting bored yet, Ron?
Every week. Bernadette's asking Salem a question, but he's not here, so that's falling on deaf ears.
Yeah, we'll answer it.
Good try, though.
Well, what's that coming over the hill? It's because he's drinking a Monster. That's a joke we used to make.
Yeah.
Good evening, Alan. Nice to see you.
Try not to laugh there, Ron.
A wee bit. Good evening, Reef.
Howdy.
Blaine has got some more input. You can say that when you post me your fucking moustache.
No, not happening. Wouldn't allow it.
In literally one word. No. Good
Yeah.
evening, Zach. Nice to see you. Oh, just to let you know, Salem. Oh, no, that's right. You're still not here.
Yeah.
David Turner, good evening. Oh, some questions in here.
Yeah.
So,
Good. Good.
Good evening,
Unfortunately,
Spiller.
the little prick is not here to answer them. So
It's not. It's not.
no.
So, you told me, Drippy, obviously, that Salem was the mad shagger at rap.
Absolutely. Numbers off the hook.
Yeah, I mean, he looks the type.
I think they call it
Reefer?
a body count.
Oh, so Jim is taking the piss out of me because all of the Americans reckon when I say the number 6, it's basically me saying 6.
All right. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I had to go throw up the English beer and the chicken nuggets from McDonald's and the Monster Energy. It didn't mix well.
I mean, I'm a bit upset you didn't do that live.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't hear me. It was like I was like, all right, I gotta go. I'm like, maybe I make a joke about this, but I'm like, no, I'm just gonna tell the truth. I chugged half the beer really quick, and it didn't work out well.
This stream really can make you sick.
So now I've got, of course, a Colorado brew doing it right. So
of course,
Is that the first time you've ever had to vomit during a live stream?
I think you might have taken my vomit for Jimmy.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Popped his vomit cherry. Love it.
Yeah, lovely.
Right. I think I'm ready to rock now. So
yeah,
we have an incredible effect on people. You know, Jim and Salty Banter. The second we hit record, his cat does a shit.
Yeah.
It's quite something.
It makes me want to piss in a pint glass from time to time. I'll be honest. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I mean, you see my eyes water. I'm not even lying. That's what happened. It completely.
Yeah, you look shit, mate. Yeah, we believe you. You look awful.
Goddamn.
You look fucking awful, mate. We believe you. Don't worry.
I do. Yeah. I mean, I looked awful before. Maybe it's like 2% worse now for sure. There's the noticeable difference, I think. So. Yeah, there we go.
You're on the right beer. Hopefully, you'll recover as the stream goes on.
Yeah, I think we'll be good.
Was the Newcastle Brown Ale even refrigerated?
Yes, it was. Yes.
Because it's a whole other level of
violence. Mate. Yeah.
That's gravy.
It's special.
Hang on. What's that funny liquid you was just drinking there?
That was water, laced with LSD, but water.
What? You haven't sent me any.
Come to Colorado. Everything's
Blaine,
decriminalized.
I'm so sorry, Blaine. Because I already have moves, I'm just gonna go the full hog, whip the old man off, and just get a minge slapped on. So
they are,
sorry.
They're a nice pair, to be fair, Ron. Don't put yourself down completely.
Thanks. I've been working on them for 46 years. So
yeah. Oh, it looks it.
Yeah. Are you two a B cup yet? Are you still in the trainer? Where are we at?
Oh no, I'm still in the training bra. Yeah,
All
and
right.
sometimes I'll just go like without, and then just wander around the garden center and just show everyone that juicy bag.
Unfettered.
You probably get a little bit of attention. White T-shirt, you know, it's
Nipples,
Yeah.
nipples
Good
pierced.
strategy.
With the hose.
Nipples,
Always watering the
nipples pierced
plants.
or not?
No. I had my entire face pierced when I was early 20s, like
I
Set
can
by
see
the
that.
priest.
whole lot hair right down my back.
You
Yeah,
should
Yeah.
do like the right nipple only to try it out. You know, it's also a little bit more edgy that way. Everyone does the typical thing of rejecting their dad by doing both, but it really makes you different to do one. It
Just the
rejects
one
that.
you're
Ron, I
suggesting the
think-
right.
I think
Well,
it's
the
One in the
right-
middle. The one in the middle you should do.
Yeah, you could do a
Out of
chest
three.
septum. Yeah.
So I like to call my right nipple the ripple.
Yeah, and then
So
the
it's the
tipple.
left, the lip,
Yes.
the lepel.
The raspberry rep. See,
Yeah.
that's linking into the game later on.
Like it.
Ah,
Yeah. So that's a Cockney
it's me
Raymond
just thinking
slang.
this conversation is
Raspberry
total
ripple.
garbage.
Nipple.
Most people who have, or most men that have at least one
Raspberry
nipple pierced, normally have a bolt through their helmet as well, don't they? I've found.
What?
Hmm.
Is that called a King Albert or a Prince Albert?
King Edward, that's a potato, isn't it? Hey, what are you?
You wouldn't want that down there, would you?
I mean, it might be the size of a King Edward by the time he's put the bolt through it, but you know, who knows?
This is quality content so far.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
We've
Sorry.
said hello to everyone and now about piercings and
Piercing.
genital and
Yeah.
nipples.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would watch it.
Oh, a live piercing.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
We can
So,
do
I
a
mean-
whole challenge. I'll chug
No.
a brown
Who's
ale, I
volunteering
throw
for
up,
that
then
then?
you get a piercing before I throw up. That's the.
you know what?
Yeah.
You know what you can
That was
do.
a good idea.
You know what you can do. You can get a piercing booth at Reef Stock, Las Vegas.
I'm trying to think of the liability we'd have to. Maybe if we have it third party, we bring in a vendor. Yeah, we
Listen,
could have
if
a
you want-
Push coral frags through the hole.
to save on money, I'll do the piercings if you want.
You think pulsing xenia would tickle?
Oh, I reckon.
Nicely.
Tingly.
Yeah.
Hmm. There might be a
Turgid-
market there.
Turgid Xenia, would that be a better name?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was that? Pulsing wiener.
So Paul has jumped in chat. He says he can't stay. He's pissed.
Oh, lovely.
Love it.
I'm so
Very-
glad to hear it.
Cool.
You know, he loves a bit of Run DMC and MWA and all that as well. So
Paul.
Paul
or
does?
Wu Tang, all that sort of shit. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I can only imagine.
On it.
I spoke to him earlier, funnily enough. He's
One
going
of my
to.
friends on Reef AF has the Reefaplaooza lights above his reef tank, and above it, connected to his LAN network, it's Wu-Tang LAN.
Nice.
Cool.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
He's a cool,
like that.
he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. Oh, Darren's just corrected me that the term raspberry ripple doesn't mean nipple. It means
No, I said that.
something else.
Yeah.
Oh no, not the rhyme screen. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I didn't even catch it was rhyme scheme, dude.
I mean, you just go, he's a raspberry. That's basically
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Salem, you might want to tell everyone why you're fascinated by this or why you're smiling like that.
So Drippy busted it out. I thought he was messing with me. We were like, what? I think that was the pina colada night. So
Yeah.
I was pretty smashed, and I think everyone was. And he just starts rhyme scheming to me. I'm like, what? And it sounds like Nigel Powers from the Austin Powers movie. What the hell is happening? Then he explains the history, and it was all real. And I was like, what? I still didn't believe that he was telling the truth. And I
No, you
looked it
didn't
up.
know.
He was. And I'm like, how much mental thought does it take? Because it's all like associative, right? If you say ripple and it means cripple, you got to think like 3 steps ahead. I'm like, that must be exhausting to speak.
Well,
Crazy.
it was actually because all the rascals and the characters were in the East End. It was a language to try and put off the old bill from clocking on to what they was talking about.
Coded language. Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't have like a reefing rhyme scheme.
And it was my granddad who told me that, and he was a very bad boy. Yeah.
What would he be in rhyming slang?
A punt.
Yes. Yeah.
So you got a text message from Mr. Meckley to tell you to say something tonight, Salem. Am I correct in thinking that?
Yeah, he told me not to say punt. That's what he told me.
Oh,
Well, he did. He just went for it when he was on. So.
Oh, okay.
he did. Yeah, he read it from the comments, so that was his defence, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, we set him up a treat, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think most people have tuned in tonight to hear and see the brain that is
Hello.
the man and the
Drippy,
face of Reef Builders, which is Salem. But that's not happening because we're not going to allow it. So
No, dude, I'm tired of it. People ask me questions. I would like to drink a beer and throw up more. That sounds good.
And what most people don't realise is that actually, because I've met you in person, you're actually full of shit and you don't actually know a lot.
No, I don't know anything. I've never even had a reef tank. I got fresh water.
Fresh
I can barely keep guppies. They won't even breed for me. They're live bears.
Most of your knowledge comes from me that people don't really know.
Drippy tells me a lot, and Grok tells me a lot.
Thank you.
Just AI everything. If you go and do an AI check on all the Reef Builders articles, they're all fake. It's all AI. I've not wrote a thing in the last year and a half. I just sit back and I live in the mountains and I collect a paycheck.
I also am the brains behind all of the music that is on every Reef Builders video. Thank you. Anyone that's seen the latest GHL four-headed dosing pump and the death metal that is in the intro, thank you.
Yeah, Drippy decided that. We were in the hotel room. I'm like, how do we make a damn dosing pump interesting? And he said, well, let's put death metal in it. We started with the throat screaming and stuff. We had Swedish metal for a little bit, and it didn't work out. It was not enough. So we went with just a really heavy guitar riff, and that was it. That's how it was born.
Perfect.
Drippy has been pulling the strings the whole time. He is my puppet master.
Puppet master. Yeah.
Yes.
Drippy Builders.
Drippy Builders. Trying to change the name. We got this black here to put the new logo up. Actually, we got a neon sign being made. Drip Builders.
I would love to know what you would
across it.
think up as a logo for Drippy Builders.
We got to have obviously a water drop like on the eye or something.
No,
like a little dot on the eye is that.
It's going to be a pile of hard socks.
Yeah.
We need to have
twice today.
Homage to the Peruvian mountains somewhere there.
I mentioned Peru.
Yes.
I've sniffed up half of Peru. Keep that on the low.
Yeah, who needs a septum?
Yeah, nothing too on the nose, but it definitely needs to be on the nose.
Absolutely.
So,
if you can't bang one on the nose,
Salem, before we get dragged into debauchery, how was Rap 2025 for you in general? Was it different? Was it new? Was it the same?
I'd never been before. That was my first rap. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I got to meet, going to other shows like Aquashella or like our shows, kind of the same people. And the international crowd was a rap, which was really nice. So I went to Meckley's before, and two guys from Dubai showed up. I'm like, what the hell? They're just like, yeah, we've got Reefing in Dubai. We're got a store right down from the Burj Khalifa. I'm like, holy shit. And so that was the first kind of conversation. And then second day, I hung out with Marge from Fragbox and I believe his fiance, Chris, and Patrick. And then so with the Canadians. And then that night, I was at the resort and I was like, oh, no one wants to hang out with me. I'm a loser. I'm going to go home and just do some work on the computer. So I'm sitting out there.
Is that what you call it? Some work?
Some work, yeah. There's a lot of serious, intensive, hands-on work.
Yes.
Sitting outside the resort. And then I just hear Salem in the thickest British accent I could ever imagine. I'm like, who the fuck are these guys? And they're like, we're Reefers Network. I'm like, oh my God, it's them in person. And then we all went and got beers and I met Paul and the Exodus people and Yorkshire Reefer. Is it Stefan? Is that his name?
Yorkshire. Yeah.
Say that again. Yorkshire.
Yorkshire. Yeah.
How do I say it? How am I supposed to say it?
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Yorkshire.
Here.
Like Worcestershire.
SHWER.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Say that again. Try that again.
That's how we say worship. Fuck, I can't even say that. Yeah, I don't know. How am I supposed? How do you pronounce that word? I feel like it's English, isn't it?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
That's
That'll
not
do.
bad. That's
All
not
right.
bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
mate,
Shannon,
There's no shires, basically. It's
there's no
not
Shire.
Hobbit.
So
No
the Lord of the
hobbits.
Rings is a lie.
It's bullshit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
All
met Stefan, the Yorkshire Reefer.
Yeah, Stefan.
Well,
And then
Really cool.
that was a lot of fun. So had a bunch of blue moons and talked all night and talked about things. And then I hung out with Drippy and Tom pretty much the rest of the time, and tomfoolery ensued. So that was wrap. A lot of fun, a lot of new products, and meeting a lot of people I had never seen before except online. So I like that component of it.
Went to TSA together, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We went to Top
And,
Shelf together.
And we met the legend that is not only the Minge train, and you know who I'm going to say now, Salem,
Yep.
Taras.
Taras. Yep. God, he's so smart, man. Taras is
Cool.
yeah, they finally got to meet Taras in person. Every time I talk to him, I'm just like, I just stand there and absorb it. He's like the next day after they left, I went and recorded with him. We gave him a coffee, and it was the performance of a lifetime. Let me tell you, he wound up and he went off. He exploded. So that'll be a funny video. But Taras was he's always great.
So we've got him. Do you remember when I came back in and you were sitting there trying to do that thing with the cardboard for your lens? And do you remember when I come in and went, Tom? I said, I've found a dinosaur. I said, you need to get out here immediately. And we got him to stand in front of that camera, and Blaine introduced him, and off he went. And we was all just standing there like, who the fuck is this guy?
Blaine was laughing even though he sees him like every day. You were laughing. We all just like,
so funny. Wait until Taras gets unleashed on the world. When's your video getting released?
Next Saturday.
Wait for it.
Next Saturday. That's the goal. Saturday or Sunday.
Look.
So John Wright is asking Salem, can you say that word?
Well, I know how I would say it, but I'm trying to understand how I would say it. So I feel like I don't pronounce half the letters, and it just kind of comes out like I'm having my last breath here. So it's not Norfolk. That's too pronunciated. So it's like Norfolk.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's all right.
Maybe
I can do the accent now. I just have to turn off like
Play this all day?
3/4 of my mouth to say it.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
See?
Norfolk.
So Blaine is just saying his own company name.
He's just doing self-promotion, just blaming.
He's after a bonus.
I was going to say, that's
he
because he's
got
still
his-
at work, I suppose, is he?
Yeah, he probably is. Yeah, they probably don't let him speak freely there. I know that Stephen
There he
did
goes.
twice the iron grip.
Taras is the goat, mate.
He's a goat.
Oh, mate.
Blaine, can you say one critical comment about Top Shelf Aquatics? Is there anything you can? It's just endless promotion, man.
Oh, one critical. I'll tell you what, I've got a criticism of Top Shelf. You ready?
Yep.
The best merchandise is out the back he's out where the farm is, across the road, across the car park, not in the fucking shop.
Do they have any left?
Did you? Salem, I didn't send you the photo of how much gear I come home with, did I?
No, you didn't. No.
Oh, mate, ridiculous. I mean, I'm looking at it now because I was trying to sort out Ron's fucking shit for when I go and see Rob tomorrow. So I've just got mountains of shit, basically. Yeah.
And it all smells mingy, Rob.
Yeah, it all smells mingy, yeah.
Yeah,
I
only
think my
criticism
own
of Top
lovely
Shelf
odor
is
I mean, it'd be all right for Rob.
yeah, exactly.
Top
Go on,
Shelf has too much stuff that make me want to spend money. More than any other shop has made me want to spend money.
Absolutely.
Just on merch, you mean?
Merch, everything. I mean, like even the dry goods section's like organized like a really pleasing way, It's like most of the stores you go to, it's just thrown about. They got some like Petco little hangers, and it's just all presented really well. So it's definitely one of the cleanest shops I've been to. And the farm is just like I could spend a day in there. I mean, I filmed for 6 to 8 hours, and I'm like, I have nothing. I have no footage. I need to be here for probably 3 days straight.
Is the farm open to the public?
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of places gatekeep that stuff, but Top Shelf is very open, which is also really cool.
Yeah,
I'm sure Blaine said as long as there are enough people and someone is free to be able to walk that person around who's asked, then no, not a problem. Not a problem. Me and Tom rolled out. It's probably because we was with Salem and obviously we knew Blaine. But mate, in the end, we was just walking around freely on our own. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'd like to think they knew we weren't fucking dodgy. Silly them. But we were just roaming around, and everyone there. Frank, is it Daryl? What's the other guy? Who was the Carolina guy?
Oh, Dwayne. Yeah, Dwayne's awesome. He's the man.
Yeah, they're like top knowledge people. Do you know what I mean? Every single one of them. There's no Herberts in there on the cheap.
No. I mean, Dwayne had his own shop. Corey used to work at a shop, and he's just like genius. I mean, every single person they have on staff is just like the guy packing the orders. His name is, I think, Christian. He's like, yeah, I used to do research on the endangered Caribbean stuff. I'm like, that's their guy packing the boxes?
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Like, more qualified than most shop owners, It's super cool how they have so much talent in one place.
But, and then there's Blaine.
And there's
I might have to ban James from the comments for that comment. James, think about what you've done, please. Go and stand in the corner.
Wow, banished.
Yeah. No, I can only assume them because they've hired such high caliber staff. The majority of the shop, they got to blame. They had like $4 left.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that makes sense.
More of a charity case, if anything. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, probably pays them somewhere to live.
Well, I mean, anyone under the age of probably 30 that's got a ginger mustache ain't going to come at a high price, are they? Really, I wouldn't have thought. You know what I mean?
No, not really.
No. I mean, you are scraping the bottom of the barrel with that, aren't you, really? And then they made it the face.
It's a massive affliction to be carrying around.
A box of coral. And you know what was the first thing on there when I opened it?
A fake tash.
No, above the styrofoam, they've got a damn subscribe to our YouTube of Blaine's face. I'm like, why'd they even put this in my box? Like, they're just doing shameless promotion. They're pushing this.
Who put that in there?
Probably Blaine.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
Ron, you said
the word shameless, but it's now known as blameless.
Blameless, yeah.
Yeah. Blameless promotion.
Blameless promotion.
This cheeky little moustache.
Ron got a nice parcel through the post today, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, it's unusual society.
Yes.
Well, I might as well just throw it up on screen, will I?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's got quite a lot of members, actually.
Yeah.
One up me now.
Yeah. So every single day now, the staff at the garden centre get very excited when they see the postman. And it's like, I think I could probably do this every week. I would say I'm not going to say
You should add it to the news.
I'm not being ungrateful.
So you're a ponce. Is that what you're saying?
Not being ungrateful. So this is what I got today. It's Arse Bandits and Cock Sniffers Society. So so today the staff member that brought that through didn't even get to see me face to face because I was on the phone. So it was just sitting on the floor outside my office. And Bernadette said, "Oh, you've got a oh, that's a funny name."
Yeah. Never any doubt who to give it to then.
What have you been up to?
It's true, isn't it? It's true. And last week's was what, Ron the cum guzzling coral farmer or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Now I thought you was going to say something else then because of one of them badges on that birthday hat that we've got going around. Oh, I nearly said that then. Do you know that? You cum guzzling thunder. Yes.
Yeah, so I got that in the post today with my amazing merch. I love it all. And obviously a bottle of Christwood's Isolate. So I've been hearing some controversial statements about it this week. One person said to me, you should only really use it with was it a refugium you said, or was it an algae scrubber?
Algae scrubber. Yeah.
Algae scrubber. Yeah, and be very careful with it was the other comment. So do you have anything to add to that, Salem? Because me, Rob, and Drippy, did you get yourself a bottle?
Yeah. Tom, wheelie bin.
Just
So
chuck it in, yeah?
when I used it,
Yeah.
I
Isolate MT.
yep,
Salem.
isolate MT. When I used it to test it, I certainly had extremely high zinc and copper after, and it elevated those levels a significant amount. So I would say if you do not have high demand for all of the elements that are in that bottle, based on ICP testing you have done, you should opt for the custom cocktail solution rather than the all-in-one bottle. So I mean,
so
I
you can
think it can.
dilute it. Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
I mean, you dilute it, the elements that you have, you apply them at the concentration that you would have uptake at theoretically, and then you adjust every 30 to 60 days. And that seems like a much safer way to do trace element dosing to me that is customized to your tank and its uptake rather than throwing all the ions in.
You're going to need other elements though to balance it out, aren't you? You can't just dilute the isolate, obviously, because you're diluting
Yeah, I
everything.
mean, so the way that the custom Triton does the same thing, Captivate does it. So there's multiple options on the market, and they just send you whatever traces you're low in or whatever ones you're having consumption in, and then you will make your own custom cocktail with like a spreadsheet with instructions. I'm sure like a refugium or a turf scrubber, something that's going to be absorbing those other ions. It could be a good product, but
Excuse me a minute. It's refugiasm. Thank you.
refugiasm.
Thank you.
Well, it's no refugiasm.
Refugiasm.
I can't even fucking say the word refugium. Yeah,
I can't refuse anything.
Turf scrub.
That is my problem. Thank you.
I'm trying to think of how to make orgy into turf scrubber.
Oh.
We need to have a term for turf scrubber too. I mean, they're complementary.
I told you he'd fit right in. What did I tell you?
Yeah, I mean, he's now sitting there thinking about gangbang with something to do with
the turf scrubber. The algae gangbangs the copper that's an isolate MT that can nuke your tank. Yeah.
He's a right kinky little slut. I'm telling you.
He's filthy. Look at his face.
I know.
So I'd say be careful with it. It's a tool for a job. Just make sure that you have uptake of all the ions in that tool. If not,
what is the point of that isolating? Is it to feed the scrubber what that needs and then the excess feeds the corals? Or is it just to feed the algae in the scrubber?
I am not Chris Woods, so I cannot tell you.
Why is he on?
He's coming on soon.
I like Chris, though. I like Chris. I've got a bunch of the Captivate stuff here. I do the custom cocktail, though. I do not use MT. Right. I'd like to be precise in what I'm adding, knowing there's consumption for those things. And then consumption pops up because now whatever they had that, is limiting their growth, they have to them. And I'm hungry for this one now. Then you add that in next month. And that seems like a much safer solution to me than any of the all-in-one stuff.
It's a monthly reset on the concoction, though.
Yeah, or I think you can do it up to 60 days. You can make a larger, more concentrated cocktail, and then you will reevaluate it. So it's that custom approach. So I like that a lot. And you can email Chris, and he helps you. Or there's the Reefability app now has it integrated, everything. Or Triton also does it. So if you're a Triton method user, then they don't really talk about it, but you can just email Esau and Julian, and they've got a calculator on their website. So those are the two companies I know of that offer a custom trace solution like that to put it all in one cocktail. Now, there's a couple ions that you can't mix. I can't think off the top of my head. Maybe like selenium or something. There's some that aren't compatible. You still have to hand dose or single dose, but you can get most of them in there. That's what I do.
The Reefability app. So if you scan in your ICP result, will it give you a cocktail mixture to make for your tailored?
Yeah, so you upload the ICP and then it spits out how to make the cocktail using the Captivate. I think they're partnered with Captivate, so it's the Captivate products. And then it's got it all like add X drops of this and a liter of water, and then you put it on a dosing head and you dose this much a day. So no hand dosing. It's
quite expensive. I've got to keep flying to the States then to get the Captivate stuff.
Yeah.
It's good though. Chris is great. Yeah, no, I like a lot of his products and I like that a lot. But Isolate MT I did not have a good experience with. But again, it's probably because I used that tool incorrectly and I didn't have consumption of all those ions. So yeah, of course, there's going to be accumulation of them. And then I had copper that was.
How did you just dose it as it is in the bottle into the tank? Is that what you did?
I diluted it and then I followed the dosing instructions. I think it says to dilute it, or add a super small amount. So I think I diluted it to where I could dose 1 ml a day. And then I just did the math and I dosed it at whatever diluted amount. And then, I mean, everything else was pretty spot on, but I had very high zinc, very high copper.
How mature was your tank when you was adding it?
About a year or two. And I had it was my full grown farm then, but I didn't use a refugium. So I had actually, no, I think I did have a fuge. No, I did have a refugium then. I had Cato. So I had a refugium and I had, a ton of coral, ton of coral. I mean, probably like, 500 polyps of Euphilia. I mean, the ton of zoas, SPS, everything. So there's definitely, I was having to do like close to, over my evaporation rate of kalkwasser a day to keep up with the alkalinity and to flatline the pH, like using the Meckley method. So I was having to increase evaporation by having a longer photo period. So, I had consumption. There was a lot of consumption. It was a mature tank, coralline everywhere, and still copper.
Interesting.
So Jim Graham's in the chat. Hey, Jim.
Hello.
There you go. Yeah, he can fact check me on which one to keep separate. There you go.
There you go.
What a guy he is, by the way.
So what are your plans, Rob and Drippy, with the isolate? I am too terrified to even go near it just now until
I'll just chuck it all in, see what happens.
Yeah. I was going to drink some of it. Obviously, I'm in recovery for substance abuse, so anything like that might give me a little kick up the arse, lovely. I'm all for it.
Better
Put
than
it away,
this.
Salem. Put it away.
Do it. Don't be a minge.
Neck it.
Don't be a
Neck it. There you go.
He's already vomited live on air, and you're telling him to continue.
Well, I didn't do it live. I can bring the mic with me.
It was
next
off
time.
camera. It was a little bit.
We can get the ASMR quality of it. Hear the toilet water
selfish.
splash and everything.
Wouldn't you say that, Rob? A little bit selfish, throwing up off camera?
So Liam is asking if anybody, obviously in the chat, I don't know whether you guys have it over there as well. Salem, have you picked up any of the Reef Factory bargains?
I picked up the whole company for a tenner.
I will not comment on Reef Factory as I have not seen official information from the company regarding the status.
Yeah, neither have I. I've seen one thing that says it's absolutely bullshit. I've seen one thing that says it's definitely happening. I don't have a fucking clue, so I'm not going to say anything.
I don't know, and if I say it, people are gonna really, really say that I said it. So I'm gonna not say it until I know.
Are you learning from your experiences, Mister? His face.
He's learning from the lawyer just off camera, screaming at him.
Laugh. Look.
I've got all three shareholders are sitting right here. You can't see it. They're holding up signs. I've got a prompter actually. I'm not free. My hands are held.
They were the people that said initially, Salem, this is not a good idea going on there. Did you get the message I sent you the other day? And if you did you check that out?
Yes, I did.
Okay, enough said.
I did.
Look at that smile. Look.
Well, that's printed on the live stream.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, it's to do with something that he doesn't want to talk about just yet.
The lights are flickering. Are you seeing this? I'm getting signs to shut up. I'm being told. There's a red dot on my shirt, I think. There's something happening. Another car is going to come to the studio.
That's the DJ warming up for the sex, drugs, and rock and roll party after the live stream at the Reef Builders studio tonight.
It happens. It happens. There's Coda Brewery right next door. There's a Thai food truck that comes, and things certainly get exciting.
Lovely. Is the South Park restaurant there?
Yes, Casa Bonita. It's a true mecca for any South Park fan or any American or really any person in the globe. They should go there. Better than any type of food you've had.
Rob, was you a South Park fan, Rob? I imagine that's a bit of you.
I wasn't actually. No.
Ron?
No.
I loved it.
Yeah. Salem got a restaurant out there that is a South Park restaurant.
Brilliant.
Here, I got to respond to this. Someone asked where I live, so I had to respond. Sorry.
It's okay, mate. We're not that important. We get it.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Of course it is.
So, Salem, do you find in your position that you can't speak freely a lot of the time?
I can speak freely. I can go write an article about what I want right now, but what I have to consider is what repercussions that article could have. And I am trying to do that now. Because
does
there
that
have been
force you to not be able to be 100% honest and upfront with hobbyists?
Yes, but I don't think that anyone with a sufficient platform can be because of the structure of corporate society. And that's the truth.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have
The way the world is.
2,000, subscribers, and I can say whatever I want because no one cares. Like, big companies don't care because it doesn't move the needle. But if I'm
2,000, fucking, that's a lot.
It still is a lot, but still,
We got 5, I think.
many people ultimately don't care that much. But if I am, essentially the news, and I say this company is bankrupt, you should be afraid to buy their products. What if that company is not bankrupt and I got that information? I'm not liable for that, and that means I am served.
Yeah.
So I can say what
Just
I
use
want.
that sound bite now and then just put Reef Factory over the top of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely screwed.
Absolute stitch up. See, the best thing about having fuck all is you can say what you want, and when you come from, you go, listen, mate, do what you want. I've got fuck all. There you go.
I don't know. I don't even keep saltwater.
I mean, the only problem with that is you've got fuck all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can have me arsehole. Do you know what I mean? But in terms of money,
I mean, that's at everyone.
Thank you. I'm proud.
Yeah, it's going well, this.
Yeah.
Quite highbrow.
Yep.
I mean, we are. Seriously, we're 50 minutes in. Salem's puked. We've talked about man boobs and nipples. And
we did talk about penis piercing, so that happened.
Yeah. Bolts for your helmet.
Yeah. I mean, it's been some
interesting.
It's been productive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing we can talk about, because after me and Onion Head came over to Reefaplaooza on the Jolly, there is another reefing major event happening in September. Have I got that right?
Yep, September. Yeah, we're going to Vegas, baby. Reefstock Vegas. So if you've not been to the States, Vegas is Sin City. It is the place of excess. There is all the gambling, all the Michelin star restaurants.
Hookers.
Yep, probably. Yep. Mm-hmm. There's everything. Everything you can think of.
Probably.
Yeah. Salem, I've got news for you. There definitely fucking is.
I cannot confirm or deny that claim as a representative of Reef Builders. If there
You're joking, John.
Love it.
That's his joke.
Dates.
It'll be fun. I think it's.
So is that the first time you've been there?
To Vegas?
Yeah. Well,
I went to Vegas when I was like 15 with my parents, and then got to experience none of that. So yeah, first time honestly.
Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, so 4.5 months ago.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's 26, 27 or 27, 28. It's the last weekend of September. So yeah.
Sweet.
And is it on for the 2 days?
Popping over, Drippy?
Yeah.
I might just take a plane ride over there, Robert, because Reefaplaooza was great. And do you know what, mate? The best thing about it is just being in amongst everyone. Genuinely, it's fucking brilliant.
I'm trying to figure something out for you guys. I've been talking with Rob, our show planner, about the potential of a collaborative thing. So yeah, we can probably do something. Drippy owns the company, so he obviously is planning the show.
Not Tom.
That's why I'm skint. You see, it cost me so much money to get the company in my name. Yeah.
Had to get the company in your name. Had to fight the lawsuits. There's been quite a bit you've had to
pay for the hookers, all that. Yeah.
You paid
which may or may not be there.
Yeah, I'm a generous guy, Ron. I pay my hookers. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll give you one on the cheap. Don't worry.
That's just much cheaper.
He means the big airy blokes with the massive cauliflower ears. He means them.
That's right.
Hookers. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, and they love a nipple piercing. Trust me.
All they do.
Yes. So if anyone thinking about going out to Vegas in September, think it'll be pretty wicked.
I mean, Aqua H is in September, isn't it?
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah.
Is that the weekend before? The 20...
I don't know. When's that H?
It's somewhere around 20... I thought it was the 21st. I'm not sure.
We've all got tickets and we don't have a fucking clue.
Yeah, that's just...
No.
I don't know when it is, and I've got tickets.
Yeah, I ain't got a fucking clue.
Yes, 20th, 21st. That's the weekend before.
There you go.
Weekend
2 weeks
before.
brief shows in a row. There you go.
So you
Rob,
coming
would
over for that, Salem?
What?
Are you coming over for that?
What's the one where it's a reefing audience with?
So
it's the one at
Coral
AAC.
Freaks.
I might do that one. I talk to Paul a lot. That one seems really fun. I might just go to attend, and maybe go to Vivarium after that in Holland. I think it's around the same time. So maybe do a whole little circuit, I think was the plan. Paul and I were talking about it. I'm like, that sounds pretty fun.
You'd
I'd
love
like
it.
to go to Europe.
If you're going to Holland, you need to go to De Jong.
I know. I want to go so bad. I've been talking with Tom a lot. He'll send me some articles and news and stuff, and I'm just like, this place is like the pinnacle of the industry. You know, I really want to go there.
I would murder a baby to get there.
Yeah.
And also,
I think I would murder two. I think.
and
at
also
least.
Amsterdam is in Holland.
It's
Yes,
an
it is.
unusual entrance requirement.
Yeah, funny
Two
that.
babies to be murdered.
Amsterdam, Young, go to like Munich or something, or Germany. I don't know. Go see like the Tunza factory, however you say it.
Yeah.
Tunza. I watched Felix Hunzi. He's like, how to pronounce my name? And he says Tunza in the most like angry German like accent.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So every time I say
quite angry.
Hunzi, I say that.
It's
Yeah,
probably sick of getting called other names.
Probably.
Yeah.
fancy it, Rob? Vegas, September. You couple of slags.
I fancy it, but I won't be going.
Same here.
Ah.
Yeah. I'm going to go, if I get down south, so Salem, just to be clear, down south to me is like 400 or 500 miles. And if I can get there, I'm doing well. But next year, Reefapalooza? Maybe.
No, it ain't fucking maybe. No, it ain't. Rob, have a word.
That's
Rob.
what Rob said to me. Rob said, I'm giving you a year's fucking notice. You're going.
Yeah.
I think if there's a reef stock to come to, it'd be Denver, anyways, because then you can see the studio and there's a big party there and stuff. That's probably the mountains are pretty cool. I mean,
But-
Vegas, that's a new show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Vegas.
Hopefully it does well, but who knows? Vegas is a fun city.
Yeah, I mean, Denver doesn't conjure up.
Denver,
No,
Rob.
not
Denver,
much.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Las
I mean, do you know
Vegas
what?
is way
I'm
better.
that old and fucking boring. I'd go to Denver
Me
because I
too.
reckon I'd enjoy it more.
That is true. I'm glad you said
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Nice
Nice
strolls.
restaurants. Go
Exactly.
hiking.
Stunning scenery.
Put
But
on
you
some
do-
waders. Go fly
you look-
fishing.
You look well for 81, Rob, to be fair.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
mate.
To be honest, Las
I've
Vegas-
had a busy weekend with all this VE shit going on. It's been a nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the amount of fucking
Yeah.
Spitfire stories I've had to tell. So,
Getting them middles out again.
Yeah. All cracking on about my granddad. You know what I mean?
Look who it is. It's fucking Rem Dog.
Hey.
Did you
Hey,
say rim
Remy.
job?
What
Rem Dog, not Rem
No.
Job.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
Rem
I'm
job.
changing his contact name to that right now.
Oh, dear. Well, we've just renamed him.
You have just renamed him. Sorry, Rem Job.
I'm
That's
changing
fucking
it right
crap.
now.
That
I'm a
might
huge
be.
fan.
Brilliant.
I'm a huge fan of Remy's, so thank you for joining,
Yeah,
Remy.
good.
Yeah, well,
He's a good
yeah,
lad.
yeah. Well, after you said that, yeah.
It's going to
Yeah,
be
Rem Job.
REM, though, for his name. REM.
Rem job.
Oh,
Job.
That's
Job.
him. That's him not coming on anymore. Lovely. Nice one, Ronald.
no, he's definitely coming on. Right. Seriously. Where's the banner with the email address and all the rest of it? If I can pull that up, he can get in touch with us, can't he? Can't fucking find it. Sorry, Remy. Just
So
fucking
go-
find
Well,
us.
Well, I've got an interesting story, which is basically a binding contract. So when Meckley drove us back from Chick-fil-A to his place when we was eating lunch in his car,
That is
Remy
a
rang
restaurant, isn't it? Not some weird hooker place.
no, it's
Oh,
a
but
restaurant.
It can be
Yeah.
both.
Right. It could,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, Amanda might be watching, so I'll go with restaurant. Remy rung Chris, and Chris said we was in the car, and obviously while he was on the phone on loudspeaker, we absolutely collared him and said, "Are you coming on?" And he said yes. So that's a contract.
Right.
Now it's
now
death
he's
by
popped
public
in and seen
awareness.
this. He's going to break
Now
that
he's
contract.
didn't send this. He was like, "What a load of bullshit."
He's not going to be in the chat the rest of the night. He's gone, man.
Yeah,
He didn't
yeah.
hear it. He's not obligated. He's,
Yeah. It's like his sex life, in and out in a pit.
like the wind.
At least he's got one. To be fair, I can't say much. Do you know what I mean? There you go. Contract tick. Thank you.
That's a contract hit on you.
Yeah. Join the
Join at your service.
Job.
Yeah, it's so good. That has to be your StreamYard name, Remy, like the little title. It just says.
And that is what the Reefers Network and Reefy AF and all of that is what we're all about, is just people just being real. I've never heard Romy.
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 You do look like Romy.
Romy Ranganation, is that?
He does look a bit Romy, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Romy.
Roman.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got that posh life, but he's rough as fuck underneath. Do you know what I mean? Romy. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Lovely description.
Gold chain and Crocs.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. What was you saying before that, Ron?
I can't fucking remember. What was it?
He was going to put an email up, and then I don't know.
I
Email.
couldn't find it.
Remy had a contract.
Sorry. I thought you was paying attention, Ron. Sorry, my bad.
Oh.
Never happening.
No, how silly of me.
Anyway, we are 1 hour in, so you all know what time it is.
Yeah.
Reefing news! Reefing now! Motherfucking reefing news with Ronald McDonald! It's reefing news, but mostly bullshit with Ronald McDonald! Strap up, it's time for reefing news! Watch your ego, it might get a bruise! Get ready for reefing news! Tuck your bollocks into your shoes! It's reefing news, but mostly bullshit, just some nonsense from a fucking twit! Reefing news with Ronald motherfucking McDonald!
I'm so sorry, Salem. This is part of the show.
Tom showed me the trailer, but I didn't understand. I didn't have the context. It all makes sense now. It's beautiful.
So you didn't see this?
No, I just saw everyone with the nose. But what the fuck what is happening? I get it. It all makes sense now.
Didn't you walk past us at Reefaplaooza and me, Tom, and Alyssa had red noses on taking
Yes,
a
and I was
photo?
like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. English. I don't know. T-tax.
I love that Rob's taking this opportunity to go for a piss.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, just put a bottle next to your fucking... Anyway.
You could have thrown up on
Anyway.
camera.
Yeah.
So, what have we got this week in reefing news? So, some nice news, first of all. So, the Florida Aquarium have delivered over 1,000 baby corals spawned to Florida's reefs to help restore it. So,
just quickly,
Yeah.
sorry to cut you off. Salem, is that matey right there who we met at Reefapalooza, Matt?
Sure as hell looks like it. Yeah, it
Oh,
does. That
doesn't
is
it?
Matt. Yeah, Matt Wade. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah. So, sorry,
looks like
Ron.
him.
We met this guy
Yeah,
at Reefapalooza. He was hanging around and he
the guy
obviously
in the
worked...
middle.
The guy with his hands in the tank.
Yeah, the hand guy. Yeah.
He works
Yeah.
very closely with Kerry O'Neill, and he was a really fascinating guy. Fuck me,
He was brilliant.
sat with him. Yeah, he was around that table for hours, mate. He was really cool guy.
Yeah, that's him. Looks like it. Good catch.
He'd be interesting to get on.
It's just such a nice project they're doing. So, we've now had the 4th and the most severe bleaching event globally. But it's nice to know that people are putting this stuff back. Obviously, I'm a massive fan of Kerry O'Neill. I think she's an absolutely wonderful human being. So,
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Next in the news It's the new ATI Stratton Pro Gen 2. So, did a little bit of reading up.
Hang on. What, they're bringing out a new one, or is this the strip?
No, the Flex is the strip.
This is a whole other new light. Okay.
It's so slutty. Such a bad girl, dude. It's such a fucking sexy light.
It's fucking. I absolutely adore mine, Salem. People say it's glam and it's all this. It's growing corals like I've never grown corals before.
The spectrum is the best I have seen in LED. Sanjay just tested it. I've not released it. It's so good. It is better than any other LED I've seen on the market so far. It's just, I begged. I got on my knees for Greg, a clear choice. I said, please give me this vanity project light.
Did you cup him while you were?
I was really close, man. I want this light. You said you'd kill the 2 children. I'd probably, there might be a whole tribe, man. I really want this light.
Tightly, you could kill millions.
Yeah, there's some sacrifices that need to be made for me to get this light. I have a hankering for it.
So are you talking about Gen 2 right now? Because obviously they're changing. So one of the nicest things I found about the Stratton Pro compared to the Radians running the standard AB plus spectrum was the fact that it was more daylight, it was more white, and there was more UV. So now they're actually removing some of the white and replacing it with blues. So the Gen 1 had 36 blues. The Gen 2 has 39 blues. The Gen 1 had 18 royal blue. The Gen 2 has 30 royal blue. And then they're stripping the LED UV back from 18 on the Gen 1 to only 9 on the Gen 2. So it is interesting that the one thing that I really fell in love with it was more of a daylight natural spectrum, but Gen 2, they are going for a more blue spectrum, which proves to me that they've been listening to people. And obviously it's good for the corals as well, because it gives you 30% overall more power. But they obviously know that a lot of people want that actinic look and that blue pop.
I wonder if companies like this, before they build the prototypes and everything else, they are already geared towards making something more for their biggest market, which if it is America, you heard Blaine say it last week, the Americans prefer the more blue look to a tank. Do you know what I mean? And I wonder whether companies do make and produce products geared towards their biggest market seller. Do you know what I mean?
I just wonder if it's not worthwhile running both types. Do you know, you've
I was going to say, can they not produce
the radio blue?
Can you see that? Did I hijack the screen?
Not yet. No.
Go on. Never mind.
Oh, hold on. There you are. I can present you.
I've got it. Porn? No, well, it is in a way. It is for me.
Light porn.
No, it's not. It's not letting me add it. Salem, I have no idea why. Right, hold on. Let me take mine off. I'll stop sharing and then I'll add. There you go.
So I guess it is the original. Sanjay did not have Gen 2. So that's pretty good spectrum. So I think you're right. If they took out some of this and they got a little bit more of this right here, then having a little bit both, I think would be very good. Kind of like the Pro and the blue of like the Radion.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that'd be a good way to run it. But I mean, the spectrum is like, it's solid. I mean, you got all the way over here, this little bump, and you got UVA and probably down to UVA. I mean, that's like, T5-esque territory, kind of getting there. At least for an LED, that's pretty good. And they're sexy.
I went from Gen 5 XR30 Pros to this one largest size of the Stratton above my Reefer 300 XL. And I find it hard to believe that a light could grow corals faster than my current Stratton. So I'm a little bit skeptical that Gen 2, I am so happy with my Gen 1. If my Gen 1 was to now break and the only Stratton available in that size and dimension was Gen 2, I'd be a bit, it's a complete
timeline between those two generations.
Say again, sorry?
What's the timeline between those two generations?
It can't be that long.
It seems very short.
Well, bear in mind, it's not that it was brand new to the UK for us. It was the distributor actually started doing some fucking work. Shout out to amazing job. Well,
I wonder if they've listened. The one downside I hear from anyone who's got a Stratton is about the software. So I wonder if they've upgraded the software with the next generation of light.
They have.
Oh, right. Have I fucked you up there, Rob? Sorry, bro.
That's been a great.
You get an app on your phone, do you?
Well, you do already get an app, just that the app's not amazing. I use I log in on my desktop computer and do it all there. I don't like doing things on a tiny little piddly phone.
How often do you do that though? Do you just
never? Never.
I was going to say because most people set and forget, really, don't they?
My lights shut up and stop whining and leave their lights alone. Stop messing with it. Unless you're acclimating something.
Even then, placement does that. Put it under a ledge.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Why are you fucking with the whole lights? I mean, you think the sun changes that much?
My lights, I've always thought of my lights like my return pump. Set it, forget it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you get these...
There's a case for changing if you set it like a dumbass. Well, I shouldn't say a dumbass because ignorance is not you're a dumbass. That's just called you don't know the information. So if you're new and you don't know what you're really doing yet, and you set it to just like blues only or whites only, then you probably should reset it. Yeah, that calls for it. But if you're doing it right,
do you know what?
It comes with templates, does it? Does it just come with so it's an easy click, you know.
Yes.
The thing is, in today's world, even if you're a new reefer, and listen, I'll be 4 years in this hobby in November, and even 4 years ago, I knew nothing when I come in. There's a YouTube video on practically every bloody product. Do you know what I mean? So there's no need to not understand what it is you're about to do.
4 years later, you realise that your pipes ran the wrong way in your tank. So you've made fucking massive headway.
Thanks, Robert. Thank you.
I just heard the word massive head. The only reason why I logged in to the ATI Strat when I first got it was because I actually started at 30% and ramped up to 60% just to make sure whatever the difference was in power between
you set
the
that
gradients.
The light does it itself though. You just tell it you want it to ramp from 30 to 60 over 2 weeks and it does it itself.
No.
You don't surely. Oh, you have to keep going back in.
No, I chose the peak intensity at 30 and then logged in a week later, changed the peak intensity to... You might be able to. I don't fuck around with stuff very much. I just go in. Right. I just want to set and forget. So I got to my peak intensity, left alone, not touched it since.
Okay. Right.
And yet a certain Chris Meckley would say, just fucking blast them with as much light as possible.
Yes.
There's pros and cons to cooking stuff like that.
Yeah.
You get wild stuff, which is arguably more plastic, more easy to do that with. If you've got something out like, he says this too, if you've got something aquaculture underneath LEDs under 100 par for, 10 years, and then you put it under 1,000 par with a halide where you've got full spectrum.
You're going to kill it.
Yeah, you're going to kill it. But if you got wild stuff used to full spectrum, gets, randomized par as the season changes, you got some wiggle room, probably. If it's already survived shipping in a week in a tank, it's probably pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I think to be fair, go on, Ron.
No, on you go.
I was just going to say, I think a lot of his stuff is wild or mariculture anyway, isn't it, that comes into his farm?
Yeah, and then the aquaculture stuff he has, I think he acclimates up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and he doesn't really have growth in the stuff that's under LEDs for a long time, which I experienced that too, and I ran halides and T5. Stuff was just like, it's like, what the hell is this? It's like you've ate like McDonald's every day of your life, and then you have a salad, and you're just, your bowels, they give out, man. They can't handle it. All the fiber comes in all at once.
I know that feeling.
That's Ronald's motherfucking McDonald's mantra right there. Just empty your fucking bowels, people. That's what
don't push too hard though, because you could end up sitting on a bunch of grapes, couldn't you? I mean, that ain't
it's why my nickname is the Purge Clown. Anyway, next piece of reefing news is Salem, can you explain this clip to me from this week?
Oh.
Yeah, so something people often don't know about flower pot corals is that clowns can host them too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had a little Ghani video. Got my first coral care video out. So
you want to explain who hosts who?
Yeah, so something people often don't know about flower pot corals is that clowns can host them too. Oh, fuck you.
Right,
I see now.
So who's the
all right, yeah.
Who's the fucking clown?
Who's the clown? Who's the clown now? Oh,
God damn it.
You're unlucky, son. It's that absolute Ron's pet hate.
I cannot.
He's on it.
I was like, you want me to plug my own? I mean, I guess I can get on a soapbox, and that's kind of pretentious, but I guess I'll do it if that's what you're going that low for content. I guess I can.
Yes.
I didn't see the higher level nature of it. The slap in the face there. That was good.
No, it's just something that I think is said so often in the hobby now that people say it without even thinking about it. And
Oh yeah.
I've got one thing that annoys me in the hobby, which is not bad, and that's it.
Hey man, I keep
that was
fresh
wrong.
water. I keep saying it.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
wrong.
cool.
I
I
said
feel
it
a bit
backwards.
aggrieved.
Do
Yeah.
you? So
Well,
I've got
fucking hard at annoying him.
Yeah. So do I. Don't worry.
Now I'm gonna make a reel and just have that clip, and I'm just gonna tag you.
excellent. Love it.
I mean, that Donny was literally the same shade as your hair, Ron.
Thanks. So I've got one last bit of news because I want to get this fucking wig and nose off.
Oh, please.
This was a little headline I noticed in one of our local newspapers, Salem. So I used Marks and Spencer vine tomatoes as anal beads, and now I'm shitting ketchup.
Oh, it sounds like you had a good weekend.
Yeah. So the little caption says "Vine dining, Alan."
Oh, that is brilliant, isn't it?
Quality
journalism.
This is a photo of the Toms he pushed up his backside. So a misguided sex fan who tried to use vine tomatoes as anal beads ended up with egg on his face and pulped tomatoes in his rectum.
Oh,
After mislaying his regular anal beads, Alan's Forsyth fished a string of posh Marks and Spencer's vine tomatoes from the fridge at his home in East London. He said, "I assumed that small tomatoes would be able to retain their structural integrity on their way up."
I don't know if I fully believe that article because he looks
totally
perfectly normal to me.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
that's the ones that are like it, man. He
looks
underestimated
normal,
his
yeah.
own power. He's secret about it. He's got what a lubricant, man.
Well,
What a
he
lubricant.
looks perfectly normal to me.
I totally agree. I mean, what could possibly be strange about him? Anyway,
Yeah.
that was Reefing News.
Wonderful.
Reefing news. Reefing now. Motherfucking reefing news with Ronald McDonald. It's reefing news, but mostly bullshit with Ronald McDonald. Strap up, it's time for reefing news. Watch your ego, it might get a bruise. Get ready for reefing news. Tuck your bullets into your shoes. It's reefing news, but mostly bullshit. Just some nonsense from a fucking twit. Reefing news with Ronald motherfucking McDonald.
That's so
That collection of your customers at the garden centre, Ron, you've used there, is it?
Yes.
Just the one item. Yeah.
All of my dead grandparents, which is that funny
All
old
of them.
fact that, well, my staff members seem to have 7,000 grandparents that die and then they need the fucking weekend off, don't they? Anyway,
I know the feeling too
Reanimated
well.
granny. She's just died again.
so Steve's made a nice comment. How long can we keep you guys talking to keep
Yeah.
right? I had to tell Mike Paletta to shut the fuck up and let me get news over and done with because I was
Sweat
sweating.
rolling down your
You tend to
face.
have to do that with Paletta.
Mikey Potatoes.
He was absolutely brilliant. What a legend.
It was good.
And he
Have
said
we
the
had
word.
a bad guest? Yeah.
Have we had, Blaine weren't great, was he? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Blaine let
Blaine
himself
was
down.
shit,
though.
wasn't he?
That's different. He let himself down.
Yeah.
You're very welcome, Melinda. Actually, you were 90% of the reason for tonight's Reefing News, so you're very welcome.
There you go.
So-
How special.
It's time for a game.
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
Salem, you ready to
All
play a
right.
game?
Of course
I
he
suppose
is.
I am.
Right,
Already.
open all those beers you got there.
You need to quickly neck
That's
one of
what
your
I
beers.
gotta take a sip at everything here. I got like a cacophony in front of me. All right,
So
ready to rock.
between myself and Tom, we've put a lot of work into this. And then Drippy actually has put the meat and potatoes
Thank
of the
you.
actual game itself. So let's play Cock, or bollocks?
Down the rubber dub, it's 8:30. Salem Clemens strolls in late with a porky grin and a game to play. He shouts, it's time for cock or bollocks, oi, oi, hooray! Woo! Hooray! Dustbin lid, that's your kid. Loop the loop, that's just soup. But Granny's min stew, if that's real slang, I'll eat my shoe. Cock or bollocks, make your pick. Is it slang or some old trick? Is it rhyming from the East End lanes or Salem talking out his brains? Use your loaf, don't be thick. It's cock or bollocks, you fucking dick. Oh.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, do you want to give the backstory to this? The baby-faced assassin.
It's your game.
Oh, don't say that.
Come on.
The baby-faced assassin, one night, which he said earlier, thought I was talking utter shit and having him over when I mentioned in England there is such a thing as Cockney rhyming slang. I haven't got a clue how we got onto that subject. Haven't got a fucking clue. But anyway, we did. And Salem was pissed at the time and just continued to laugh. So when I knew he was coming on, I thought, you know what? We'll stitch him right up with a nice bit of cock or bollocks, which sounds quite wrong. But it's a game called Cock or Bollocks, nothing else.
Do you remember the game Ricky Gervais made up called Pajama Awful?
Yes.
And he had a hole in his pajamas and he would pull either a bit of shaft or a bit of bollock through, and he called it the cock or bollock.
Yes, I do.
Amazing game. I like to play that game.
Salem, do you like Ricky Gervais?
Are we starting the game already? What the fuck is
No.
He's very suspicious. He's like, what?
He's so nervous.
Yeah. Well, he knows his career's on the line here.
Oh.
So what we've got some very famous Cockney rhyme and slang terms. I'm going to pull up the Cockney rhyme and slang term. You then get to choose what you think it actually means.
Okay.
But if you're really struggling, you ask Drippy to use it in a sentence.
Oh shit, okay.
He will give you a little clue.
So I have to say what it means, or I have to say if it's a bullshit phrase, like a made up one?
Say what it means.
Yeah, you have to say what it means. Yeah, so the actual idea of the game isn't actually what the game is.
Okay. You want me to translate it? You want me to translate the phrase?
Yeah, so you have to tell us. Are you ready for number one?
So they're all real phrases. There's no bollocks.
They are actually all phrases.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Okay.
I understand.
We wouldn't fuck you about, son. You know that.
Apples and pears go up the stairs.
Well done.
Good.
That was so quick. I didn't even have my finger in the button.
He told me that one. That one's cheating. That's another one. Hank Marvin. Boy, I'm starving. I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, it's good.
Dog and bone. Is anybody home? I don't know, dude.
No,
that was use that one in a sentence. What's that one?
Here's the clue. Are you ready, Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
I'll give you a bell on the dog and bone.
Give you a bell.
Now, I've said to you so much since I've met you, I'll bell you soon, I'll bell you tomorrow, I'll bell you later.
Yeah, call me. So I'll call you on the dog and bone. So I feel like it's some type of transportation or like on the way home.
No.
Damn it.
Think about what you just said, though, because you almost basically...
Yeah.
Like is it like a train or something? Is it some British fucking term for like the channel or
bell
something?
You,
I don't know.
I'll bell you later on the dog and bone.
So it's some type of transportation. It's got to be.
No.
Why?
No?
Right, hold on.
When I'm
I'm
home?
not having that one.
No, I don't know that shit. I don't know.
Wild,
Man. That's
mate.
crazy. Yeah, that's
Go on,
odd.
Drippy. What is it?
Phone.
What is... Oh, I overthought that.
You did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ed.
You did,
I'm thinking
yeah.
each word
Basically
correlates
said
to a different word, like two words. It can just be one. So two
Yeah.
rhymes for one word.
Absolutely. We don't fuck about on this show, mate.
God damn. This is like back in organic chemistry, man. I'm
Listen,
having to
you
think
might have all these PhDs, mate, in bacteria, right, and all that. Right, this is,
Yeah.
this is the fucking real world, mate.
Dude, I
Balancing
faked those
equations
degrees.
now.
That was
Yeah.
photoshopped. I dropped out of high school. All right. I'm ready. Let's do it. Yep.
Go on, son.
Pork pie. Now, it can be one word. Those don't rhyme, though, so it's got to be 2 words. Pork, fork, dork. Dork,
This is
like
way funnier than I was expecting.
pork pie. I'm
It's just-
high. I don't
It's
Do you
know.
want your clue? Do
It's one word.
It's one word?
you want your
Yeah.
clue,
Yeah,
Mr.
give me my
Clemens?
clue. Yeah.
Don't trust him. He loves a porky pie.
Pork pie.
I use this about Rob a lot, to be honest. Don't trust him. He loves a porky pie.
He loves to eat ass, but that's definitely not. I got
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it seems like you're inferring with that statement.
With a spoon, I've heard.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't trust him. Don't trust him. He loves a porky pie. Mm.
Yeah, so
Is pork
I
in
don't
reference
trust-
to cops because pigs?
I don't trust some of my friends because they've been known to tell me a porky pie.
Oh, it's a lie.
Yeah.
Oh.
And well done.
Shit,
Next.
okay. All right. I think, okay. All
Oh,
right.
here we go. This is made for you, son.
Bees and honey. Give me some money.
Yes.
Close enough. That's honey.
Look,
Yes.
He's on a roll. Look how proud he is of himself. Look.
Yeah,
I love this one.
Jack and
Yeah,
Davy.
yeah.
I feel
Right.
like this isn't a politically correct term. I can't say that one. I got to
Do you
think
want-
about something else that
do you-
rhymes.
You want the clue?
Yeah, give me the clue.
Okay. I would shiver with dread when my missus would ask me to lick her Jack and Danny.
Oh my God.
Jack and Danny got to eat a fanny.
Yeah. I knew Rob would love that one.
That's so good.
Do you know what? I'm not even going to lie. I had Rob in my mind when I wrote that. I just thought Rob will fucking love that one.
Jesus.
Hearing you read it out.
I feel like I've got like some Babylonian like tablets I'm trying to translate here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like feel my way through Braille.
Yeah.
Done well there, though, son. The correct
The
answer was
hieroglyphs of
fanny.
East London.
Jesus.
Okay. No,
Well
up
done.
next.
Septic tanks.
Oh, this should be quite easy for you, son.
Is it bank?
Ask if you want the clue, son.
Yeah, give me the clue.
Okay. There is no way I'm going back to Mexico on holiday. There are too many annoying septic tanks.
This seems a bit racist or something. Like, what are you
Potentially.
referring to here?
Potentially.
All right. Well, you're definitely trying to get me to lose my job. That's
Oh, you're included.
septic tank. Is it skank?
No.
That is so much better.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think we'll go with that. No. Are we going to give him another go or?
Well, it's up to you.
Okay, one more. Or there is no way I'm going back to Mexico on holiday. There are too many fucking annoying septic tanks.
That just
You're-
escalated slightly.
You're okay, this is modifying Mexico, so it feels like you have something against the Mexican people.
Absolutely not.
So that's the.
You could
So,
change
so I'm like,
the
is this
destination.
seems like a racism thing? I gotta know what the hell. What's it referring? Because it's talking about Mexico.
Not
Like it. Like, what the
particularly, no.
fuck? I don't know, man.
This is a
Not the
slang
indigenous-
term.
not the
This is a
indigenous
slang term we
Mexicans.
would use to describe where you're from.
Yes.
So it's not okay. It's not about Mexico proper. It can be
No.
about multiple
No.
things.
Mexico,
Oh.
beautiful country.
Okay,
We'll visit
so
it.
so I can
Yes,
replace
you can.
Mexico with America
Well,
or any other country.
what rhymes with septic tanks?
Dude, I don't know.
I think we'll call it a fart on this one.
Yeah, no, I don't know this shit. Dude, I don't know.
So the answer, Mr. Clemens, is Yanks.
Ah, dude, that's where the fuck? You said Mexico. What the?
Well,
I'm like,
Mex-
what? What are you
Obviously,
talking shit? on
His
Mexico?
his clue has thrown you.
Yeah, yeah. The clue
I'm
threw
good
me
at that.
one.
I'm very,
All right.
very good at that.
Curveball clue.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
God,
ready
that
for the
makes
next
sense.
one? Salem?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Have you got over that one?
Scooby Doo. Well, obviously the following phrase is "Who are you?" But that's gotta think here. Scooby Doo rhymes with poo. It's not. It's
It
not
does.
that.
It does rhyme with poo.
Not at the time you only say the first word, though, don't you? Really, not a
It's
Scooby.
good, but it's not right. Yeah, true.
Scooby Doo.
There is a clue available, Mr. Clemens.
Yeah, give me the clue. Give me the clue.
Don't ask me. I ain't got a Scooby Doo.
Oh, a clue.
There you go.
That's a
Well done.
clever one. That's like a pop culture. That's
Back
cool.
on the right road, Mr. Clemens. Well done.
Here we go. Next up.
Oh yes.
Tom and Dick.
Mm.
Yeah, all right,
That's
give me the
quite
clue.
pertinent to
I'm not gonna guess it on my own.
You want the clue, yeah?
He's already
Okay.
done it.
I can't look at Ron. Okay, so my ex-missus told me she once went to give me a blowy, and the smell of my bell end made her feel quite Tom and Dick.
Jesus Christ. Fuck me. What is going on?
Yeah, sick. Jesus Christ. That's good. Oh, I'm gonna use that one.
Oh my god!
This is so far away from anything fucking reefer related. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Good at it.
Fuck.
I'll play this game with your missus tomorrow when I'm round looking at your tank, Rob.
Yeah, she'd be delighted, mate. You get a claw hammer to the head, probably.
Yeah, lovely.
Any ideas?
Oh, I said sick. Yeah.
Oh, right, well done.
I was too busy.
Well done.
Sorry. I was letting you guys
We all
laugh. I
missed
didn't know
it.
you heard me or not.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't think we was that interested whether you got that one right, to be honest. Or not.
Ruby Murray. Is he in a hurry?
Oh, no.
Oh,
No.
okay, give me the example then.
Okay. I'm hungry. Fancy a Ruby Murray?
Curry?
Well done, sir.
Done. So these, I've elaborated some more, Drippy, just to warn you.
No worries. I trust you, Ronald.
Barney Rubble. Is he in trouble?
Correct.
Well done. You're basically
Yeah.
English.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Newcastle's coursing through my veins. I must have took to my bloodstream before I threw it up.
Yeah.
Cows and kisses. Do you have a missus? Wow, what the fuck?
You're on
It's
fire.
I'm just trying to rhyme shit.
Right
That's all.
out of the ether, that one. Jesus.
Yeah, so I'll be honest, I don't even remember what the actual answer is to this one, and I'm hoping Drippy or Rob knows.
Elephant's trunk.
Oh, I've got it. Got it.
I'm thinking junk or funk.
Oh, no.
Okay, give me the clue. Give me the clue. I'm gonna need it on this one.
Over to you, Ron.
I almost fell down the stairs. I had a little bit too much to drink. I was elephant's trunk.
Oh, it's drunk. Okay.
I've never heard that.
Pony and trap.
Oh, yeah. Use that all the time.
Do you have a map?
Literally. Going for a pony.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Going for a pony.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Down to the toilet
you go to
drop
a
a
pony
pony.
and trap.
I had too
Oh,
many,
I have to take a crap. Okay.
Yes.
too many Big Macs.
Gotta
Yes.
take it. Okay. Sweaty sock. I'm sure it's cock.
It's not.
That's your
Well,
filthy mind. that is.
Argue they're similar.
Yeah.
So, a clue is, I am one of these.
Mm. So
Because of where he
that's
comes
it.
Yeah.
Is this like a Scottish derogatory term?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I have no
absolutely.
fucking idea. Then I gotta.
One
think
of
about
many.
it.
One of many.
Sweaty
It's
sock.
jock.
It's not a. It's just
Jock.
jock.
Just
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would not have got that.
Because Drippy, when he first met me, every time he called me on the phone, he went, Ronald the Sock.
You're still in my phone book as Ronald the Sock.
Am I?
Wow.
Yeah. Ronald the
Okay.
Sock and Rob the Helicopter.
Fox
Nice.
hunts. Are you trying to get me to say punt?
Yeah. So, moving on.
Yeah. Oh, here you go.
Ladies' fringe. Gotta be minge.
Yeah.
I made these ones up.
I was going to say, because it's like
Laser tag.
21st century.
I need to get the bag. No.
Oh, well, that. Yep, you're.
All right. Give me the in sentence.
Go on,
It
Rob.
was warm outside today, so I decided to set out on my plastic picnic set, and I didn't realize the gap in the seat was so wide, and my laser
tag.
popped through, and when I stood up, they got trapped.
You have two of them, Salem.
Ball sack. Balls.
Ball bag.
Ball bag.
I'll give
Yeah,
you.
okay. I was like, what the? It's a bag. Yeah, okay.
Here we go.
How the hell do you even Trumpenny bits? How do I pronounce that?
Thrupney.
Front
It was a term for money back in the day, a long time ago.
Yeah, I've never heard that. Okay, give me a sentence on this one. I don't know.
She's got nice front bits.
Must be some nice tits.
There you go. There you go.
Hampton Wick. He's sure a prick. I don't know. Not prick.
You said it earlier. Kind of.
Dick.
Say again?
Dick.
Correct.
All right.
And we've got one last one.
Merchant banker.
To give you a clue, Rob is yes. Well done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Drippy.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, that was kind of fun. That was a puzzle.
Well done. Well done. You're practically English.
I should go there and just start saying random, like made up rhyme scheme and see people start trying to talk to me.
Mate,
So
they
all
love
the
you.
absolutely filthy ones at the end, just all me. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Just
I'm
explain
going to
to
get
Jim.
like 4 sponsorship emails tomorrow. It's like, we're upset to inform you we're canceling our Reef Builders sponsorship.
Yeah. I mean, who needs that anyway?
Yeah,
What were
who
you gonna
needs
say,
it?
Overrated.
What are you gonna
Listen,
say, Rob?
Go on, Rob.
I just said someone needs to explain to Jim because he's asking why the fuck we would use rhyming slang.
It started in East London with a bunch of people known as Cockneys, and it was their attempt at evading the old bill with speaking a slightly
So that's the
I mean,
police.
the old bill. Yes, sorry, yeah.
There's
Sorry,
loads
yeah.
of names for them.
Yes, there is. Yes.
A whole other stream on that.
It was basically the toe rags and the criminals and the rascals just trying to evade police with any form of information for them catching them at it.
It looks like Jim is playing the game. That is correct. Well
Yeah,
done,
well done,
Jim.
Jim.
Well
Yes, he knows.
done. Yeah. It's got the vibe.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Just to break up the shenanigans, I've actually just seen someone with a comment. Genuine question for Salem.
I saw that. Yeah.
Well, my comments have stopped working.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All
Oh
right.
dear.
I can't
Okay.
even scroll back.
We can't throw up, can we?
They're not working at all.
Let me have a go. No. So, Salem, genuine question for Salem. Has Raj actually set his tank up yet? Was so interested in the wacky ideas he was having?
What do you think?
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say it's the first person to have a water-free reef tank.
Yep. I posted a thing on Facebook. There was a thing that was going viral, or was a tank that had money circulating in it. I'm like, that's Raj's tank. Raj finally set up his tank. Everything. No, I don't think he's ever going to set up a tank.
Dollar bills.
So
Yeah.
does he have a tank at all just now?
No, nothing.
He's got a sump, hasn't he?
He's got a sump. Yeah, he's got a sump he likes to display at shows. Yes, that's what he's got.
Yeah.
Just quickly, you've just driven from Kansas to the Reef Builders studio of all of your tanks, where
Yep.
you've moved your tanks from your house over to the studio now. Why
I
don't
let
you
the
let
tanks
everyone?
brought the coral?
Why don't you talk about what tanks you've got, how many you've got, and what you're going to be setting up in the Reef Builder? I'm going to guess you're going to document this stage by stage.
Yeah. It's gonna have to be probably like a blog style thing, like Jake did. I mean, there's gonna be so many changes that it's like I'm gonna have to do 10-minute video a week type of thing, maybe.
So
I mean,
what? So what
go
tanks
ahead.
are currently in the Reef Builders studio?
I got rid of a lot, and then a lot was destroyed by the car, and I consolidated almost all
Right,
of it.
so
All the coral.
people might not be aware when you say it got destroyed by the car. You told us the story, obviously. People might not be familiar with that.
Yeah, it was like in December, moved up here, was taking care of everything. It was all revamped. About to do a video. I was with Remy on the phone. I'm like, so how should I film this? And like, as we're talking about it, a car came to the wall and hit. Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's great. After months of work, and a car came to the wall and destroyed the wall of tanks that Jake had all plumbed together. And yeah, and then I had to throw everything in. We had to plumb a tank that day. Had to throw all the coral in, and then that took out half the tanks right there. Then during that time, I'm like, all right, there's a bunch of these that are just kind of limping by that need like automation, TLC. There's not been the staff like there used to be. So I took all that coral, condensed it in those tanks. So then months later, I'm like, all right, let's redo the floor. So I start redoing the floor, ventilated for a couple days. Girlfriend comes over for the Super Bowl. Got cold that night, closed the garage door. I walk around at midnight. 2 peninsulas are cloudy. I'm like, son of a bitch. So then took all this, cracked a Red Bull, stayed up all night, took all that coral, put it in one flat. But that flat was the new flat we set up during the car crash. Put all the new coral and fish in that. Then that crashed because I put like 50 fish in there. And then no biomedia. And then all the coral that was half dying. So we're down to one tank. Down to one tank and a freshwater tank. It is a clean reset. So made the studio space. I've got a bunch of tanks on retainers. So got a max spec tank. I'll do kind of a deep water like LPS tank with Lobos and Symphilia, and then a bunch of kind of predator stuff, maybe Rhinopius and some of the big leaf fish, kind of scorpion fish. Got 2 flats for grow out. One I'll do all the Orphic stuff on. One I'm going to do Giesman HQI on. I've got the big, Jake had a big 8-foot by 4-foot Planet tank that was custom made with closed loops. I'm going to put plasma lights on that motherfucker and probably getting a Biz flow cannon. That's going to be the, I can grow acros people tank. That'll be that tank. Waterbox Peninsula. I'll probably do a mixed reef in. I've got a Waterbox frag tank. That'll be a shallow tank with the Kessel overhead track lighting. That'll be a Caribbean biotope with all of the mangroves in it. Going to do a cold water cube, automated NPS system. I'm going to get a Nios Opus, I think, do something in that. Going to have 3 tanks for experiments. I mean, I'm going to have a shit ton of tanks. It's going to be a journey. I'm restarting the whole studio, so it's coming.
What automation's on the NPS tank? Have you thought that through, or is that just a...
I'm going to have to do some. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Listen, this is the geezer I met in America, mate. Where you ask him a question, mate, and he's off.
So my first question would be: have you taken any steps to mitigate some other twat from coming through the wall and wiping out the studio again?
No, because American insurance is a scam. So basically, if we were to put up any type of concrete barrier there, then we wouldn't be able to, insurance wouldn't cover it. It'd be out of our own pocket, and it wasn't even our fault. We're right next to an automotive place that does, they're like a mechanics. And what they said was that someone's foot slipped and the brake didn't have brakes, and then there was ice. And I'm like, it moved a 5-ton tank. 8x4, all plugged together. I mean, it scooted it from the wall. So I think some dumbass started his morning shift, didn't have his coffee, and slammed on the gas instead of the brake. Because I walked out there when this all happened, and I'm like, what, did a car run through the wall? And then it was like 5 employees all freaked out. They all looked at each other. One guy went forward. He's like, yes, there was the brakes were out, and there was some ice, and it seemed to slip. And everyone's just like, oh, yeah, that's what happened. I'm like,
yeah, that sounds plausible. Yeah, we'll jump on that.
It's funny because we're next to the brewery, so I figured it was a drunk driver. That'll probably happen next.
What?
The next one.
What was that fish that we saw in Top Shelf that you was fascinated with? The deep water fish, the orange and white one.
Dude, I'm still dreaming about that thing. I want that thing. I forgot what goofy name Blaine called it, but it's one of those deep water big-eyed squirrel fish, the Japanese ones, though. It was like striped, huge eye. It was a bruiser, man. It was like kicking the Emperor Angel's ass and stuff. It was cool.
Yeah, they're huge eyes, those squirrel fish, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, big.
Are you going to consider something setting that up with deep water fish or anything like that?
That'll be the NPS tank. So, fully automated NPS tank, and then I'll do, some borbs, like Anthias in there, maybe one of those guys, maybe try to get some of those Japanese deep water Anthias in there potentially if someone will give me some for free, pretty please, because I can't afford 2K. Yeah, those things. Yep.
Yeah.
They're goofy in person, man. It was like looking at me. I felt like it was staring into my soul. We were talking about it being, I think, was it you or is it Tom? Talking about being a therapist. It was therapeutic to talk to it.
You know what? It looked like one of those creatures, you know, when you see like an Attenborough and it's like deep monsters or weird monsters of the deep. Do you know what I mean? And
Mouth, one of those mouths.
Yeah, it's a strange. I mean, it's fucking ugly, but
It's
quite
beautiful.
fascinating.
Yeah, it
Almost
deserves
like
a home
jaw
too.
that comes- What's that?
It deserves a home too.
Absolutely, just like me.
Need some love.
Yes.
You know, I had that jaw that was like hinged. Yeah, it was
Are they
crazy.
insanely expensive because they're deep water?
I think it was like 2,300 or something like that.
Was it?
Maybe. Something
Yeah, it's
like that. 15 to
pricey.
2,300. I want to say it was over $1,000.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Would they ship that to you?
Yeah, probably. I know that Jake used to have trouble with the really deep water stuff if he got them imported because they came from so deep and then we're, a mile high. So the elevation change, it was like it's like the bends or something for the fish.
Just made of nitrogen bubbles.
Yeah.
If you look at Esan and Triton's tank, he's got those deep water amphibians at the moment in that new tank that he's setting up, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I don't know, do you remember at Reefapalooza when he was sitting around a table, he had a camera solely focused on that tank to check if the fish were all right?
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
He
Spent the whole time cacking himself.
Yeah, he did. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, mate, he said, I've got this camera staring at these fish. He was like, I've got to count them every hour. He was counting his fish. That's a good topic, by the way. Towards the end of that, so this is how professional Salem and Reef Builders are. So everyone had been drinking all night, and it got to the point where the pool bar was kicking everyone out, right? And this must have been I don't know what time, midnight. And Salem has an idea. Let's do an interview for Reef Builders. I was like, all right. I'm not talking to me, obviously, right? Talking to Ethan and Julian from Triton. And I'm thinking, right, this geezer, right, all the equipment's going to come out, like, it's going to be 4 roadies here, blah, blah. Drippy, can you hold that camera? Yeah. Drippy, can you hold that camera? What you like holding the camera? You don't drink. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. And I held my arm there, and after about 3 minutes, it started to work. After about 25 minutes, my bollocks started itching, and I've got this camera in my hand. Right? And I had it with
the shake thing. Okay, that's when you had a scratch.
I had it with 2 hands like that, and I was like, oh my fucking God.
The pool guys started coming up. People were running around. It was crazy.
Do you remember the random geezer who just bent down behind you? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's like, are these yours? I'm like, yes, those are mine. I had like my camera set down.
Oh, it's fucking brilliant. Have you released that yet?
Nuh-uh, I need to edit it. You get my guy to edit it. It'll probably be next weekend. I think it'll be the Taras video, then that.
You'll catch Alyssa in that video as well.
Oh yeah, she made her cameo, didn't she?
She did make it in the background. After one too many shandies, yes.
Yeah. There was definitely a couple. No, that was No, then the next night we're gonna do cards and corals. You taught me how to play cards.
We did. We taught him how to play cards. Yeah, we was playing. Oh, here we go. How many cards do you pick up if you lay a blackjack?
Oh, your version? If it's a blackjack, it's doesn't it depend on? Well, there was one that depended where it kept going up, wasn't it?
Yeah, if you laid another one on top of it.
It was not 7, right? It was 8.
No,
I don't remember.
13.
13. That's what it was. Yeah, that was.
You should know that because you laid 2 and made me pick up 26. Salem.
I remember that.
Yes.
Fucking half a pack.
Oh mate, yeah. Him and Tom.
You were down to like 2 cards, man.
Mate, yeah, down to 2 cards, and then he stung me with 26 pickup.
No,
yeah,
Bosh.
Coral cards.
So I need to get ready for the next game. Salem, I'm going to have to be incredibly unprofessional and ask you to turn around and not look at the screen because I can't load the game without it popping up on the fucking screen.
All right. All right.
Oh, it's like The Voice.
Pop myself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lovely back of your head.
The back of my head. I have to feel for my beard.
Listen, without you knowing, we're just calling you a wanker, mate, and you can't even see us.
I feel like on the screen, I feel like it's a Photoshop.
Fucking wanker, mate.
Reef tank wanker. Oh, I've just worked out how to do it without
Oh.
it coming up. So I've asked
Yeah.
Salem to go and face the wall for nothing.
Yes.
Prime entertainment.
Yeah. We
Rob's
just
fucked off.
mugged you off, mate, behind your back.
It's fine. It's fine.
You ready for the next game, Salem?
I'm ready.
Born ready.
It's time to play Reefing Dingbats, which I'm probably sure you won't have a fucking clue what it is.
Do I have to say who's a dingbat?
Well,
No.
that's obvious, isn't it? It ain't me. It's Rob, isn't it? Oh, he's back. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, what a twat he is. All right, Rob.
Fuck off.
Okay. So this is a game where I'm going to show you an image and it's going to be a collection of items. And as you read those items, you're going to mouth out words that actually is an item that's in reefing.
So,
Okay.
Ronald, just to interject, in our hotel room, he was shown this game.
Oh,
He's
I'll
aware.
just ban him.
I wanted to make him feel good and let him explain.
Yeah, I
it.
know. You were sharking him up.
Yeah.
how lovely. So
All
are
right.
you ready? First one.
Yep, I'm ready.
You get fucking no chance of getting this. I'm
All
just
right.
going to say it. Anyway.
I'm going to try my best. 5 people, a clown, and a fish. Maroon clownfish.
There you
That's
go.
Maroon 5, yeah.
Brilliant.
can
That
I-
band is called Maroon 5.
Can I tell you why he got that? Because that's the exact fucking thing he was shown in our hotel room.
And I didn't get it because I didn't recognize it as Maroon 5.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
5
God.
clownfish, the fuck?
He did actually get it, though, to be fair to him, yeah.
Okay. Okay. You ready for the next one?
Yep.
So I normally
Radio-
would play some music in the
radio.
background here, but
Radio and a nitrogen. What? On air, nitrogen. I'm thinking like elemental nitrogen that's getting, no, dude, there's no fucking way.
just
How am I
say
even
what you
kidding?
see. Say what you see.
Radio in. That's
Yep.
what I
Okay,
see.
You basically just said it.
Oh, oh my God, it's fucking Radeon, dude. I'm overthinking this shit.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Can I just fess up to something? I didn't get that.
Return pump.
Yeah.
Flame Angel.
Oh, that's brilliant. Like that.
That's a good one.
Oh.
Reef can.
Yep.
Where the what fucking country's flag is that? Is that even relevant? Ocean reef.
No, the flag is relevant.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
Especially for the reef
Where's-
can.
I don't even know what flag that is. I'm terrible.
Oh, who makes a reef? can?
Red Sea reef. Oh, Jerry. Yeah, Red Sea reef can. The little Jerry can thing they have. Yeah.
Oh,
Like the Triton method that we're talking about.
no.
It's like Poseidon.
You got the try bit.
You got
So
a
who's that
Triton.
on the left?
Is that Neptune? Oh, Neptune.
It's Robin.
Neptune's Trident. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
Smell man.
Neptune Systems Trident. Yes. Mariachi man. Fucking. All right. Hold up. Turbo stable.
Oh,
Mexican turbo stable. Okay.
That's good. That's a good one.
That is good. Filter sock.
Also
You know-
known as somebody from Scotland.
Yes. You know,
Turf
Ron's
scrubber.
got
Algae scrubber. Algae scraper. No, algae scrubber. Yeah, what am I saying? What the fuck? Painter crab. Painted crab? Is that like a thing in the trade over there?
So
White
we,
crab?
so you don't call people that paint your house something else?
Come painter, man. Hired a painter.
We have
Right.
painter and do you know painters and something?
Oh. The
Peasant
comments,
crab?
the comments ruined it. It's decorator crab. Son of a bitch.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
stop reading stop giving the
I
answers.
read the comments. That's a good. I would not have guessed that. I'm being stupid.
Oh, well, you're getting a fart then. There we go.
Clown. What? What's the gun? What's the clown triggerfish. Oh, okay. That's good. Cleaner shrimp. Chocolate chip starfish.
Yeah, chocolate chip sea star we've got here, but that's
Sea star, okay,
absolutely close enough.
Feather duster worm. Oh, griffin bandsaw. Good.
Yes, please.
Oh, you like a game of checkers, do you?
Yeah, checker. What's so Hannah Montana and checkers. Miley Cyrus and checkers.
It just said
You
Hannah.
basically said it.
Hannah Montana.
Hannah
Yeah.
Hannah checker. Oh my god. Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Coral shot. Is that a product? Coral.
It is a product. You're right that it is a product.
Reef shot. I know that's a product.
I mean,
It's like
that's
little-
probably better than the actual answer.
Yeah, reef shots are like a little dip thing, I think. What the hell?
So if your tank was low in phosphates, you would throw a bit of this in.
I mean,
it
I
would
use
also
like
feed
I use
your-
like Neophos or mix. What the?
Think of a food.
Products.
Is it based on a bodybuilder injecting himself with something?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not steroid?
And-
Oh, Reefroids.
Lot.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! Wow, dude, it's right over my head. Well, radioactive ball sack.
That you, Ron?
Toxic bounce mushroom. What are we talking about here?
Toxic bounce mushrooms.
What toxic? Dude, what the hell? What's the scrotum here? I gotta think about that.
No,
Cow-
what's the second photo?
What's the second for? I mean, it's like a cow or a sheep and a huge set. It's a huge rack here. Huge set.
What's in that sack?
What you got in there, Rob?
Sperm, man, balls, whatever. So
And his
it's
presents.
Balls. What type of
bio.
ball?
Is it supposed to be bio ball? Like it's a biohazard sign? Oh shit.
This is the last one.
German. Oh, Kalkwasser.
Yeah.
Well done. Well
Well
done.
done.
That one was tricky at the end. I'm like, oh, it's German in origin. I see. It's lime water. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Nice.
I
Old
did-
Meckley would have got that one.
I did think you were more clever than that, though, Salem.
Yeah, so something people often don't know about flower pot corals is that clowns can host them too.
But then I play that and I remember.
Gonna be like, I'm taking it to my grave. It's like, here lies the guy who said it back.
Well, I just
Yeah,
hope
that's it.
maybe a tiny bit of you, anytime you hear it or think of saying it, you think of Ronald McDonald.
I'm gonna be suicidal when I hear it now, man. I'm just you've just pointed out my flaws in a video.
That's normally where we try and get our guests on this channel, to be honest.
So
I'm gonna be in the
instead
mirror
of
tonight, just be
spending-
like staring at myself like Fight Club. Like, I can't believe I made that mistake.
So instead of spending the next week editing all your Reefaplaooza videos, I suggest you make a public apology.
I should like super like yellow grainy filter like on the like. I've got a very important announcement to make.
Yeah, like a public service announcement.
I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
speaking to Ronald McDonald, the sweaty
Yes.
sock, and he said,
He told me I was personally a failure. I should quit, and I'm going to have to resign my position. I failed the reefing community. I'm going to be working at a Cabela's selling fishing poles in the future.
you could also have a smear campaign against Remjob.
In what capacity?
Just I wanted to say the name.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, Drippy, is your is that it? No more power for the microphone?
You can't.
Yeah.
We can now hear his entire house. So
Yeah.
you've got some questions for Salem.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Little
Have I,
hard.
got some questions for Salem? I have something I want to speak to Salem about for everyone. Yes, and that is Salem's good old friend, the DOC.
Oh boy, you're trying to open the can of worms, aren't you, man?
What's
I
that,
asked
Doc?
Salem, I don't know how we got on it, but we got onto the subject of DOC, and I don't think he stopped talking for about 9 hours. So I think it'd be very interesting for people watching this
That's
to hear
why I left
your
it for 4 minutes left on the stream.
I was going to say, how long do I have? I can give the super TLDR version, but
I think
I will give you as much time as you need. However, I'm not doing a marathon.
yeah.
all
So
right.
I think people might be unaware. I think you was enlightening me on a hell of a lot of things when we was hanging around. But the one major thing that stuck in my head was your information regarding DOC and how detrimental it is to a reef tank. And I'm just going to hand it over to you because I don't want to look like one of them know-it-alls. Do you know what I mean? Because I know it all.
Well, I'm not a know-it-all either. This is all complete theory. So that's the thing is, yeah, I don't know either. So take this with a grain of salt. But it's what a lot of it says. A lot of the science says right now. So I'm just trying to read the papers and say what science currently says and apply it to reef tanks. And obviously, science in terms of a reef is a lot different than a reef tank. So it might not be a one-to-one thing. So there's the warning. I'm not some guru, and you shouldn't go change your tank after this unless you really want to. But where the hell do I start? You really, we talked for probably about 2 hours about this.
I knew you wasn't ready or prepared for this.
No, I've got it ready to rock. I'm trying to do a little. All right. So I guess I'll start with, I think everyone keeps a reef tank in a very incorrect way. I think if we're actually going to, talk about what we're doing wrong, we obsess over, alkalinity, calcium, magnesium, trace elements, nitrate, phosphate, all your inorganic chemistry. And we've gotten pretty good at doing that. But I think that there has been a complete neglect of organic chemistry and the microbiology of our tanks. So I'm going to try to keep the science out of this and just explain it TLDR. The ocean, reefs naturally are really clean. There's low organic carbon. There's low nitrates and phosphates, and corals and their associated bacteria have evolved to live like that for billions of years. Now we have a reef tank where I add amino acids every day. I add coral food every day. I dose a shit ton of nitrates and phosphates, and I use a turf scrubber where algae produces sugars as a byproduct of eating my nutrients. All of a sudden, my tank is now a lot dirtier than it would be in a natural reef. All of science right now is saying that the root cause of why the reefs are dying is not bleaching per se. That's just kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. Rather, we shifted from this really healthy, low nutrient reef environment where everything's in equilibrium, how it's been, to now there's a ton of agricultural runoff, there's wastewater runoff, there's things like that. So we've essentially carbon dosed the ocean, and that has led to a change in the microbiome of everything and caused a lot of coral disease. And I mean, it used to be if there was any type of heat wave, corals would bounce back, they'd be resilient. But now their immune systems are compromised, all infected. They've got issues with disease. Heat wave comes, they don't recover. So that's kind of reefs now. My thoughts are we ought to mimic that natural environment and keep things a little bit cleaner than have this dirty approach. That's like the really TLDR. The prime thing you could test for this is dissolved organic carbon. Triton sells the NDOC test, which is a total carbon analyzer, so you can actually see the amount. Fauna and Oceamo now do a test that's an approximate method. And I think that keeping low DOC in a tank is key to keeping your microbiome happy. Essentially, with coral disease, it's not like human disease. So I studied it for several years in college, and I've got a lab I built here, and I'm still doing experiments, which will all be public soon. But if I have COVID and I go and sneeze in Drippy's mouth, he's going to get COVID. And it's the SARS-CoV-2 virus. It's one pathogen from me to him that caused him to get that disease and get those symptoms. Not the same in coral disease. Corals are very simple animals that have to rely on their bacteria the same way they rely on zooxanthellae for energy. They rely on their bacterial partners for nutrient cycling and defense and lots of other things. And it's not that one bacteria or one virus comes in and infects the coral. Rather, all of that microbiome that's together as an ecosystem, if there's a difference in the environment, then all those change their gene expression and they shift. So a good way to think about this is a grasshopper bad for the environment? Probably not. Grasshopper in a field, it's a good food source. It eats grass and things like that. It's a part of the ecosystem. But if you've got a wet season, if you've got, the monsoon and you've got a ton of excess food and you've got a ton of grasshoppers, and then all of a sudden serotonin is produced in their system and they molt, they emerge as locusts and they begin to swarm. So something good can become bad based on the environment. And the same thing happens with bacteria. When you have a healthy coral in a eutrophic, an oligotrophic or a low nutrient environment, everything is in balance. That's the grasshopper. When you introduce dissolved organic carbon, a lot of nitrates, a lot of phosphates, that turns a chemical key in the bacteria, and it's like Dr. Jekyll to Mr. Hyde, grasshopper to locust. All of the microbiome becomes a pathogenic microbiome. It's not one bacteria that causes coral to get sick. It's a near infinite combination of different bacteria. If you have frag from, one colony, 2 frags, each frag is a different microbiome and different bacteria, which can become a pathogen. So it's not about using antibiotics or, dipping things a shit ton. It's about keeping your organic chemistry in line and keeping things stable, and that'll keep everything happy. There's no cure to coral disease. Anyone that comes out and says that this is going to solve it, we don't even know what causes it. There's a even on top of the bacteria, which could be different for every coral, there's ciliates and protozoans, there's fungus, there's viruses, there's archaea, there's microscopic worms, and all of it happens all at once. When the coral takes a shit from the external environment changing, its immune system goes down and it all expresses at once. So anyone that tells you they have the answer is full of shit or very ignorant. So that's my talk, is we probably need to do some more water changes. You can add catalytic carbon, and that'll select, like coconut shell-based carbon, that'll selectively bind to DOC and won't affect traces as much because of the pore size of the carbon. And you probably shouldn't run ozone or UV sterilization, because those are shown to kill the really good families of bacteria, which are healthy for the coral. So that's my take, is a very hands-off, I think rather simple approach to reef keeping, where no UV, no ozone. You either keep doing water changes and you have heavy in, heavy out, kind of like how it used to be, or you just run catalytic carbon and you got a skimmer, and that's it. That's all you need. I think even fuges and turf scrubbers can be bad because they produce DOC too. So I think we really are overcomplicating shit. I think a trickle filter could be good. Trickle filter would grow the types of bacteria that eat DOC. It's really aerobic, high oxygen environment, and those heterotrophic bacteria eat those compounds, and then they produce nitrogen. And what are all of our tanks low on now? Nitrogen. So probably a trickle filter would fix everything. So that's my take. We're all doing it wrong. No one knows.
I mean, I guess my initial response to that would be, if that was the case, why have reef tanks been that successful for the last 15, 20 years?
Have they? How many people do you know that have coral frags die randomly every week? How many stores struggle to keep their tanks stocked? How many people get out of the hobby after 2 years? Maybe we have more success with certain species like, Goniopora, some Acropora. I think that's likely due to the fact that we're actually chasing inorganic chemistry now. We've got automation for stability. We can do trace elements. But in terms of that, 5 to 10% of stuff that just dies mysteriously, even if all of our water's perfect, maybe this is why.
Yeah, it could be. But I guess that's because, like you've already alluded to, for the last 15, 20 years, we've only done inorganic. The titration tests are only for all the inorganic stuff. I mean, even over here, we can't even do biome tests in Europe. It's only available to you guys in the States. So even though it's super interesting to look at the bacterial content of our tanks, we haven't got a clue.
And I think
we've got no metric to measure it.
It doesn't even really need to go that far, because the data is so solid that dissolved organic carbon and nitrogen lead to the microbiome shifting in a pathogenic way, that's really what you ought to be testing. And so I've done some.
So do you think there's going to be a tipping point? Do you think there's going to be a range where you go, okay, if you keep your DOCs under this, you're going to be pretty safe if you tip over?
Yeah, and I think Triton figured it out 10 years ago. They already have set points for DOC, and right, just no one knows about it. I think they already have set points for organic nitrogen and organic carbon. And when I have ran tanks within those parameters, I don't have stuff die. I don't have issues with any of this stuff. And I've stopped dosing nitrates as well. A lot of data that show that nitrates you know, and basically corals don't actually use it themselves. Zooxanthellae can under stress conditions. It can cause a lot of the bacteria to, you know, become pathogenic. So I dose a combination of urea and ammonium now as my nitrogen supplement, and I've seen a lot of benefits from that.
This was where I was leading, Mister.
Oh, there you go.
Now
Yeah, urea, ammonia dosing, and catalytic carbon, and no carbon dosing. Carbon dosing is probably, I mean, you're carbon dosing technically with the urea, but my thought was that urea is such a ubiquitous compound in marine environments. That's likely a common carbon source that many of the marine bacteria that are good are kind of used to, that wouldn't flip that switch. But I mean, if you're doing
the
like
fish are producing that constantly anyway, aren't they?
exactly,
Yeah.
you're just dosing fish at that point. You could just add more fish and get the same thing. But fish are expensive and they're a pain in the ass to quarantine. So, you know, dose some fish.
Yeah, Liam, you better go and buy Bruce back. So Liam had a shark.
Yeah, that shark would work. That'd be pretty good. I probably will. The big SPS tank will probably plumb like a above ground pool to it and just have a bunch of rays and sharks and stuff. Just you know, have fun, have a predator tank and a reef tank.
If you just get back, if you use the aquabiome analysis to look at the transition between high and low DOCs in the tank,
that's coming. Yes.
right? Okay.
There'll be a lot that I talk. I mean, I've been working on this stuff for close to half a decade now. So throughout all of college, and I've continued it. So I've not wanted to release any of like the really concrete data and talk about it because there's a lot that will probably scare people a little bit.
Are we getting to your microscopic research that you showed us when we was with you?
I mean, we can if you want to, but I mean, it
not if
people out.
Not if you're not comfortable with it.
But I mean, that's the thought, is I'll have a big video, you know, probably like next year, and just say, here it all is, here's all the data. But I mean, yeah, there's definitely data behind all of it in the context of reef tanks for sure. But so here's the real kicker is everyone thinks Vibrio is the bad guy. That's the kind of ubiquitous coral pathogen or villain. And I've had some consultations I've done with people where I look at their aquabiomics test. Tank looks beautiful. You look at the microbiome test, it's like all Vibrio. So this goes to the point that it's not about what bacteria are present, because there's not many true pathogens. Rather, it's what the organic chemistry in the tank dictates those bacteria.
Yes, and they're not applicate, they're facultative. So if something changes, they can switch.
Bingo. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the real bitch of it. So, I mean, I think just monitoring DOC would be much more worthwhile than doing an aquabiomics test. And you guys can do that now because you've got 3 companies that do it.
Yeah.
So that's my take. Organic chemistry is important.
Well, I think there's a lot more we could all talk about. I'm not a fan of massive live streams. I think I prefer quality over quantity. So I'd like to have you back.
Got neither tonight.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd really like to speak to you about pollen and reef
yeah,
tanks.
that's a whole thing. Yep.
Yeah, big time. I've got views on it. But listen, I think we'll wrap it up for tonight, and we'll get another one locked and loaded for further down the line. I know we've got a couple of streams coming up with some other people. So John messaged earlier in the chat, there is no stream this Sunday, and there is no stream the following Friday, because obviously Love to Reef is on. As for what is happening after that, I don't have a clue, and probably neither does Tom, but what's new there? Anyway.
Very true.
Thank you so much for your time, Salem. It's been great. I'm sorry you had to vomit within 10 minutes.
Dude, I think it was pretty fun. I think it was it. Great intro.
That was the best bit. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a first, but you know, maybe what will you be drinking next time?
Well, probably some Coors. It's brewed here in Golden. Oh, no, I like to drink bourbon. I'll probably have some bourbon.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or what about a pina colada? Because you had a taste for them as well, didn't you?
I did like that. I saw Mr. Hughes with one of those, and I said, "Oh, he's going for the tropical vibe. I'll have a couple of those." And then We definitely had too many over the whole weekend, I think.
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
cocktails are lethal.
Yes, yeah. And when you've got the Puerto Rican barmaids free pouring, like no
Yeah.
tomorrow, you're in trouble.
Yeah, it's not good. They had a heavy hand for sure.
They did. Yeah, I can vouch for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I've forgotten to read something out that I wrote on my notes before we went live, and that is Bernadette got results of a blood test out in the garden in the sunshine on her phone, and the door was open. And I heard this conversation, and it was like the doctor was talking about a fish tank because she was low in calcium and phosphate.
Oh, dose her up.
Wow.
Hook her up to the doser.
Wow.
Anyway, thank you so much, Salem. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Drippy. And thank you to everyone in the comments. Keep an eye on social media. We will announce the next stream. But like I say, there is not one this Sunday and there is not one the following Friday.
I think
Keep in touch.
the next one might potentially be the crazy son of a gun that is Christopher Meckley. Sorry, Chris. Sorry, he'll hate me for that. Chris. Sorry.
He will.
That's
He
it.
will.
You burnt that bridge now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, sorry about that, mate. But I'm pretty sure the next one might be Meckley. We shall see.
Excellent. We'll
Okay.
tune in for that, everybody, and have an amazing weekend. Thanks, Salem.
Thanks for having me.
Bye, everybody.
Guys.